Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of The Second Chances, brought to you by Cloaks and Capes. We are finally back now that Roz and Maeve have returned from their vacation. Before we get into tonight's session, thank yous are always in order. The first, of course, going out to Critical Role, whose amazing world of Exandria we are using, specifically the Explorer's Guide to Wildemount, but who knows, maybe someday the party will make their way to Eldore or further. Also, a big thank you to Rodimus Zero and Reliquary Records, who is supplying all of the DMCA free music. You hear here? That's technically right. Yeah, that's how it would be. So if you need music for your stream, you're looking for something DMCA, go check out Reliquary Records. So, last time that we left the Second Chances, they had taken a mission from the Archmage of Antiquity, Elena Burnwhite, to track down a thief who had stole a magical artifact from the Cerberus Assembly. The artifact is thought to be some sort of key or be somehow related to an entity known as the Plague of Eyes, which is believed to be buried somewhere near the ruins of Shattengrad. So with that being your best lead, I've followed your quarry in that direction. Arriving in the town of Eurosa, which is about a day and a half travel from Shattengrad, you found out that a heavy rainstorm has basically flooded out the ruins, and while the Empire's still on high guard there, no one is actually allowed in yet, and it would be very reckless for a thief to potentially try and get in there themselves. So, hoping that your quarry is also bunkered down in Eurosa, you took a day here to sort of wait out the rain, and in doing so, realized that the Artisan's Fair, which happened about a week earlier for the rest of Wildemount, is just happening here. Taking the morning to kind of look around and explore a little bit, Roslyn came across a fighting circle that she just absolutely had to partake in. So,
yeah,
that's where we're going to go ahead and jump back into it. Roslyn has just stepped into the ring with last year's previous champion, a massive hulking orc who I believe was only like 2 inches taller than Roz, so in comparison, not too much bigger.
Roz is a tall lady.
She is a very tall lady. He's probably a lot more muscular than you are, though. He's a chunky,
more
hefty
toned
boy. Fair. And Maeve, Kieran, and Leaf, whether or not they've had a chance to mention to Roz yet or not, actually recognize this orc, as they had found their way to a fight club in a warehouse the night before, and he was basically pummeling everyone into submission easily. So, we're going to go ahead and jump right in there as you and Byron, as his name is, are currently staring each other down in the middle of this fight pit. What would you like to do?
Can I call for Roz's attention real quick?
You can.
Okay, I call for Roz's attention.
Raza
is just kind of like loosening up, stretching a little bit, cracking his knuckles in his neck.
Raza takes a couple steps back, doesn't really take her eye off of Byron until she's got a decent distance, and then she'll turn and look. Yeah?
Just, be careful. This one is, well, I've seen him in action before, so... She
kind of like stops from one. Your excursion last night?
Yeah.
Is he good?
Pretty good.
All right. She looks more excited than worried.
But, you know, not that we have any analogies like this in the Pallid Grove, but I've heard that, when a knight goes to fight, it's, important to get some bit of good luck. And she'll kiss your cheek.
Roz's cheeks turn pink.
She'll pat your back. Go get him.
Take a D6 inspiration dice.
Oh, thank you.
Useful in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. Anytime in this fight.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, Rosalind blushes a little bit and turns back around her face and nods. All right. Well, and in her mind she's thinking, okay, well now it's gonna be real embarrassing if I lose. But she gets her fists up and starts loosening up.
All right. Was there any questions you want to ask about the rules of engagement?
Yeah. She glances over at the guy who's running it. Basically, it's like, any rules I need to be aware of? Obviously, no armor, no weapons.
Yeah, just straight fist fight.
So no magic.
He kind of looks around to a few people. He's like, No, and then Byron, though, has a little bit of like a look of excitement in his eyes, and he goes, "You know magic?"
She nods. Yeah, a few things.
Kind of watch like the gears in his head turning a little bit, and he looks over, and the guy, who's sort of running, just kind of like shrugs. He goes, "Yeah, you can use magic if you want." And you watch as he kind of has a little bit more of like a pep in his step. Like before it was kind of like, all right, first fight of the day kind of vibes, but now he looks legitimately excited all of a sudden.
All right, well, Robbie, if that's the case, then I have a rules question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Can I smite on a punch?
You can certainly try.
Okay, we'll see how that goes.
Kieran wants to approach you real quick too.
Rosalind glanced over at Kieran. What's up?
DM, really quick.
Yep.
Was I able to purchase a top hat?
Sure, you were able to find a top hat.
Oh,
I hope you just brought it out.
Yeah.
surprise.
So as Kieran just kind of jumps in and walks up towards Roz, the guy's like, hey, no kids in the ring. This isn't a place for you. It's about to get real dangerous in here.
So, as I have the top hat in my hand, I put it on and I change into like this fancy looking I don't know, posh like red hair guy. And then not to worry, I am the manager of this fine fighter here. I just need to discuss with her quite quickly. And I go
Right.
to
Rosalind looks as confused as he does, but she kind of leans down. All right, what's up?
give her a wink and it's like, so my friend. So I'm glad that Maeve I think she told you a bit about the competition. Yes.
Yeah, from last night. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing though. Okay. If you want me to help during the fight, I absolutely will. But what I can do for you right now is maybe we can get the crowd on your side.
All right, I'm into it. How?
Yeah. So I'm thinking, okay, because everyone seems to love this big guy over here.
Mhm.
Maybe I could like hype you up a little bit, introduce you.
You want like a herald?
Yeah.
All right, Kieran, let's see what you got.
Yeah. Like, did you have any like hero titles from your world or anything like that? Because I was thinking like Raw's the boss. Kind of catchy, right? Easy to remember.
Okay, yeah, that.
Unless you don't want to use your real name. Maybe
No, you
maybe
can use
like
my name. That's fine.
Rose, use your name? Okay. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, I beat a werewolf once, maybe.
Okay.
You
Roz.
know that's a lie now.
Yeah, she knows that's a lie, but they don't know that's a lie.
Yeah, Kieran doesn't know.
No, Kieran definitely knows. The crowd doesn't, though.
Roz the werewolf.
Slayer? Werewolf Slayer?
The orc is like,
Slayer?
come on, kid. If you're gonna say something, say something. My food's getting cold.
All right,
You got
all right,
this,
all right.
Kieran. She gives him a firm slap on the back.
Okay. So I just if there's like a little crater or whatever, I'll just stand on it, and then this is gonna be a terrible impression, but Kieran, very very good at impressions, will speak in this announcer kind of like transatlantic voice and say,
We need to get my brother in here.
welcome to the show here, folks. And I'm going to do some like prestidigitation to kind of flare it up a bit. Some sparks.
Okay. People are watching.
And then I'm gonna point down to Roz. Introducing the newcomer. Oh damn, that's just Kieran. Whatever. Introducing the newcomer. The Roughhausen, the one and only Roz the boss. I just start.
Roz plays into it. She puts her arms up.
Make a performance check, Kieran.
Can I use an inspiration?
Hell yeah.
Okay, 23.
Okay. The crowd's like, yeah, woo, go boss. Continue if you'd
Roz,
like.
Good.
I start doing some more tricks and shit, and I walk backwards, and then I just pat Roz on the back, like, that was all I really wanted to do. I don't really have anything after this. Good luck. And then just disappear into the crowd.
All right.
Roz just gives a
Byron
thumbs up.
kind of looks over to the guy running and is like, kind of gives him this look like, all right, come on now, don't let him show
Come
me
on,
up.
my
He's like,
turn.
oh, right, and of course your reigning champion of Eurosa. He works in the Shattengrod mines. Byron Candlecall. Everyone kind of cheers, but he gives the guy a look like, really, that's it? All right, whatever.
Rosalind applauds politely.
All right, and he kind of squares up with you, and he goes, all right, let's see what you got, hero.
Okay.
And let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
All right, so I don't have my dagger on me, which I do not get my advantage on initiative, right?
Yep, well, he rolled a
Okay.
1, so...
Oh, wow.
Well, I rolled a 9 total.
All right, yep, you definitely have it with this +0 initiative. So he kind of
No,
like,
I'm small and lithe. That makes sense compared
yeah.
to him.
He kind of looking at you, kind of gives you the like, come at me with both of his hands. Doesn't have his
Come at me,
guard
bro.
completely up, but it's just kind of like
Right.
let's see what you got.
So Rosalind takes a step forward and she's going to throw a punch, not at his head. She is aiming more in the midsection towards his ribs. And if Hermia is watching carefully, we'll note that she never punches hard enough that she loses her balance. She always keeps her lower half steady.
All right, roll to hit.
All right, first one of the go. Spending an inspo. All right, well, 20 on the first roll, so that's a good start. So I get a +6, so 26 with a nat 20.
That hits.
Oh, crit.
So I guess it's just double damage since there's no rolled dice, right? Or
Correct.
how does a crit work? Yeah, so
We'll just say double damage.
it's 8 damage then for a crit.
All right. So you land a first solid hit right into his ribs, and you fought plenty of buff-built people before. I mean, your Uncle Sin herself, very, very, very muscular.
My Aunt Sin.
Aunt Sin.
If I call her Uncle Sin, she will knock me out.
Aunt Sin, as you land a solid blow right against his ribs, but you also tell he was sort of waiting for it. He was anticipating it a little bit.
Yeah.
But it lands. It's harder than you expected it to be, but everyone hears this like sound, and you
Yeah.
kind of do get a little bit of a grimace from him as he takes that. I believe you have another attack.
I do, yep.
Go
Go
ahead.
again. 13.
So this time, as you go in for the other one, not sure if he's going to let you get the second one in, but you kind of go for it. He drops one of his hands down just enough to hit your hand out of the way, and that's when the two of you lock eyes. That was your last attack?
Yep.
You do have movement if you want to try and move away.
Nope. She's
Okay.
fighting him.
Yep, so that's where you lock
How,
eyes.
how big is this pit? Like, if she does need to move at some point, how big are we talking is this area?
It's about 45 feet wide.
Okay, so there's
So
room to
there,
move.
there
Okay.
is room to move
Okay.
around, for sure.
Yep.
This smile crosses his mouth for a moment as recognition between the two of you, right?
Mhm.
And then you watch as all emotion seems to drain from his face for a moment, and his eyes go dead almost. Go ahead and make an insight check for me.
Insight. 19.
Okay. As a warrior, as someone who's been in life or death situations, you know that different people fight for different reasons, right? Some people think of the future, who they're fighting for. Some people tap into memories that force them to fight for their life. Think about some of the worst times, and you can tell with these dead eyes that he's tapping into some unknown rage as he rages.
Oh, good.
And we're going to go ahead and have him do a frenzied attack here.
Okay.
Reckless? He does, and he's going to use reckless attack as well.
If you're just unarmored, your armor is 10 plus your dex, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, cool.
So as you brace for this attack, you watch as he just comes at you with this huge haymaker.
Oh, shit.
That is going to be 12 plus 7.
It hits.
So
Don't worry about it.
19. Okay.
She 11 is her AC right now, just so
Gotcha.
you know.
So that's going to be 10 damage as he hits you the same spot right in the ribs. And all of the air in that side of your body leaves your mouth as you start to recoil from it.
Oh no, he does 10 damage on a regular hit.
So he just rolled double natural ones for his second attack.
Okay.
So despite the wind being knocked out of you from that, you immediately go into like survival defense mode. You have trained with the wing of the Raven Queen in your world. And as someone who has fought supernatural, fiendish, hellish threats, he definitely taught you how to stay ahead and to not let yourself get into a position where you can be pummeled over and over again. So you immediately drop down onto your knees as this next punch comes wide right over your head, and you begin to scramble back up.
Yep.
And well, then a frenzy single melee attack is a bonus action on each of your turns. Oh, after this one, so you can't use it this turn because he raged, of course.
He gets to attack 3 times a turn.
He's frenzied raging, yeah.
Oh.
So
great.
With that, it's the end of his turn as he kind of takes just a step back, still within your range, and just has this bloodlust in his eyes like, come on, show me what you got now.
Yep. So Rosalind is going to waste no time. She's going to kind of push forward off the ground and put her shoulder up into his gut.
All right, go ahead and roll for the attack.
All right, we'll inspo it. Nice. 25.
25 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's just 4 damage.
4 damage.
You gonna try your...
No roll damage for unarmed.
Yep. All right. So this time, as you manage to make contact in the gut this time, or aiming for sort of the same thing, he doesn't seem to flinch at all. Like he takes it, and it's just as hard and tough as it is, but his eyes are just locked on and focused on you, and everyone in the crowd right now is going wild. Go ahead and make a second attack.
Yep, seeing that, so she's kind of got her shoulder up in it, and she's going to bring her right arm around and try and just punch in the side of his ribs. She is not aiming for the head. She learned well. Right. Oh, God. Nice. 20?
20 will hit.
And on that second one, she's going to try and smite and see if she can do it.
Make a religion.
Not very good at religion or intelligence. Oh, boy, we're going to burn through some inspos this session.
Yep.
19, though. Take that.
As you try to put a smite into this, which deity are you trying to channel?
So Rosalind thinks at this point that Light has been the one empowering most of her moves, so she's more or less thinking towards Light at this point.
Okay. So as you land another solid blow right into his ribs, nothing happened.
Oh,
and
that's
you
not
hear
good.
In your head, not going to end well for you.
Is it Light who says that?
As someone seems to be watching in, yeah.
Oh, great. Oh, God.
All right.
Rosalind in her mind thinks, Light, this is not the time to withhold this.
And you look up just in time to see Byron raising both of his hands up as like a hammer blow.
Is there a way I can influence this? Like, if I had some ball bearings, is there a way I could use sleight of hand?
You're gonna fucking cheat.
So, if you would like to do something, you may. However, they are in a sand pit. Like, it's covered with like a few.
Oh, it's sand pit. Okay.
So ball bearings might not have the desired effect that you're thinking.
Shit.
And he brings his 2 fists down on you with a hammer blow.
All right.
Jesus, a 1 and a 2.
Oh, I might dodge that one.
Yeah, that's a 9. So as he brings it down, powerful hit, but very, very slow, and you're able to roll out of the way. As you do, he reaches for you to grapple.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to need you to make a strength check versus his.
Okay.
Don't forget your 1d6
Yep, I know. Well, 22 is me.
He's a natural 20 at 24. What did you roll?
19 plus 3.
Wow, yeah, he rolled a 20 plus 4. So as you go to scramble out of the way, he reaches and grabs your leg and then pulls you back up into a bear hug.
Oh, boy.
Special for that. That here. doesn't work right now. But with you in the bear hug, he is going to attempt to just squeeze you.
Oh.
Yep, that's gonna go ahead and hit. So as he starts to squeeze, you take 7 damage as you start to hear ribs just kind of pop back a little bit.
All right, my turn.
Come on, Roz.
Yes, it's your turn.
All right, Rosalind is in that, so she's gonna try and flick her head back and try and bust his nose with the back of her skull.
Go for it.
Inspo. 18 total.
18 hits. Go ahead and look, 2
4 damage.
right?
2 damage, yeah. Yep. And can I try to break out?
Yes, you'll have to use one of your actions to try and break out, so it's just a contested strength check.
Okay. Go for
Or
it.
you can actually do strength or dexterity, because technically you can use acrobatics or
Strength is better for me, so we'll do strength. We'll spend my dice that Sarah gave me too.
Yeah.
For a +6, Sarah, you're a peach.
Aw, look at that.
21.
Yeah, he rolled a 2 and a 3. So as you smash him in the back of the nose, it loosens his grip enough that you're able to throw your arms forward, breaking out and hitting the ground in front of him.
Yeah.
She's gonna, as she drops down, she is gonna stagger away just a little bit to try and get a little breathing space.
Also, Leaf, you get inspo from Zod.
Oh, nice.
All right, so you wanted to move
Okay,
how
thank you.
far away?
She's gonna stagger just 10 feet away just to try and get herself some breathing room.
Okay, that's no problem. We'll say that with him taking that blow to the nose, he kind of staggers a bit as well. Isn't going to take his opportunity attack.
Yep, she'll just turn around and get her fists back up.
All right, with that, as he does regain his momentum and starts to sort of inch a little bit closer to you, he is actually going to use a lunging attack.
Ooh.
So the attack first, that's a 19 plus whatever, so that does hit. As you're getting ready to brace yourself and he's coming forward towards you, he lunges from about 10 feet away, way quicker, way sooner than what you thought he would, and manages to connect a punch right to your face, like right in the nose, whipping your head back. His... Take. That is 18 bludgeoning damage. As this punch connects and like everything just goes white as you start to stagger back, and he moves in for his next attack.
Roz, by the way, is bloodied. Something fierce. Her nose broke on that for sure.
Everyone heard it. In fact, all the second chances, you heard the crack, the crunch, and the entire crowd is just like, oh, and like recoils as he moves in on you, and your vision's just starting to come back as he's right in front of you and buries his fist into your gut. You take another 9 damage.
I am down to 4.
And then he's just going to go ahead and do a shove attack to push you to the ground. Well,
12 hits my AC, yeah?
okay, so this isn't anything to do damage, but he just basically checks you and pushes you back, and you like hit the side of the barricade as everyone kind of catches you a little bit, and then pushes you back forward again. And he takes a few steps back, cracking his knuckles. He reaches up, and kind of you hear him realign his nose, and it cracks into place. He's like,
Yeah.
Come on.
Rosalind is yeah, it's probably easy to see that Rosalind's hurt. She's but she's shaking her head out, trying to get her feet back under
you
her.
Hear a few people in the crowd's like, boss, the boss, the boss.
Oh. Rosalind nods, recalling back to training with Aunt Sin and feeling just like this a number of times as she got her ass kicked all summer. And then she is going to kind of grit her teeth, nod, and she is going to lay on hands herself to heal herself back up as best she can.
So how much you putting into yourself?
Whatever I fucking have, which I believe at 5th level is 25 HP. So we're gonna heal back up.
All right.
25
so,
HP.
Roz reaching up, and do you carry any sort of like holy symbol on you or anything like that?
Normally it would be my shield, but you could say my necklace would count.
Okay. What is it? Is it a necklace of any?
Yeah, it's a silver chain necklace with a bright blue pendant on it.
Okay. You're reaching up and grabbing this pendant. You are encompassed and surrounded in this bright white light, and everyone kind of watches on in awe as the sparkles begin to emit off of you, and your nose corrects itself. The blood heals up. Some of the bruises and the cuts on your face begin to heal as well. And you hear Byron go, "I'll be damned. All right, let's go."
Rosalind's gonna move forward then and hold her action. When he inevitably tries to do a haymaker on her, she's going to try to dodge it and just use his force against him and try and punch in his ribs as hard as she can.
Okay. So kind of see that you're kind of waiting as well. He's just like, he kind of gives you this nod of acknowledgement, like he was gonna give you a free shot, and you're just like, no, come on, let's go. He's like, okay, I see. Technically, since he didn't take any damage, I believe his rage would now drop. So he's going to come in towards you and swing again.
Yep.
We'll say that because you're waiting for it, I'll do this at disadvantage.
Okay.
Didn't quite help. So go ahead and make an attack roll for me. We'll say that they basically both these punches go off at the same time.
Yep. I'm gonna go for it here. Nat 20. We will take it. 20 plus 6 for her is 26.
It hits. So you'll do double damage as he hits you for 9 damage. As you basically come in, you go to dodge out of the way, but his reach is a little longer than what you anticipated. So he still connects with you as you also reach in and hit him in the ribs as well. And both you kind of punch at the same time, knocking each other back a bit.
She's going to try and do a Divine Smite again, but this time she's going to reach out to Evandra since Light decided she doesn't want to help.
Make another religion roll.
Okay. Another inspo down. Oh my god, I've burned through half my inspo.
Channel somebody with better religion.
Oh yeah. Who has good religion?
I don't think it's me.
Nobody puts
Not
points
me.
into religion.
Oh, I am trying religion, but I only get +4.
That's better than my +0.
I don't know if
Does anyone
Leaf,
have better than +4 for religion?
Leaf, what's
No.
your Leaf, do you have religion?
Mine is a +0.
Okay, I have the best religion. That's scary.
All right, great. I will channel Maeve for religion.
Okay. So go ahead and roll for me.
That's terrifying.
23 or 21? 23.
So this time, as you sort of, and I think what's great about this as well is taking this chance on the fact that, you know what, I'm going to try and dodge around, kind of call his bluff, and just swing wildly for the fence. And as you do, there's this moment, just this brief split-second moment where you see yourself from the stands where Maeve is. And Maeve, for a moment, you see yourself there in the ring staring down Byron as well. And there's this flash of a memory of Maeve, younger, with her family, praying to the moon. And you have some sense of religion. It's always been around you. Your father believed in it. Your sister Ari, believed in them. You know the gods exist, but you've never really truly believed
Right.
that the gods have a spot for you.
Yeah.
But in that moment, in that memory, you feel what true belief in feels like. And as you come out of that memory again, and right as his punch is connecting with your jaw, see this spark of white light come off of your fist. Roll for damage, including Divine Smite.
Yep. All right. So it's 6d8 since.
Oh
it's crit.
shit! Yeah, that was a crit. Oh fuck!
Ah, May.
I like to think Maeve was praying right at that moment.
All right, 39 radiant damage going into him.
Shit. Oh no.
Just blow a hole in this motherfucker.
Jeez.
It's a big punch in the gut.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
quite the
So
punch in the gut.
as it connects, and Roz gets punched in the jaw as well, and is sort of sent sprawling as well. Did you take your 9 damage?
I did.
Okay. There is this small explosion where her fist connected of divine energy that sends him sprawling backwards into the sand as well, and the crowd gasps and then just falls silently. And Roz, you're kind of sitting there, still dazed. Blood from your lip, your nose, wherever, maybe coming out your ear a little bit as well. And you kind of see him. He is on the ground, punches his fist down, looks up at you with these wide eyes. Very surprised to have not expected that sort of kind of magic. And you watch as he kind of slowly starts to get up and grabs where you hit him in pain. And then goes, yeah, this is what I want. And you see the dead eyes roll back down again.
Oh.
And he begins to barrel. Nope, because he didn't have frenzy. He goes into a frenzied rage now. So he kind of moves halfway towards you, but there's still about 15 feet between the two of you. But that's
my
the
turn,
end of
though,
his
right?
turn. It is your turn now. Yep.
Okay. So seeing that, finally she wounded him, she's thinking back to her lessons with Sin. Go for the ribs until it hurts to breathe, and then unload on their head. And she is gonna charge forward and try and just block him in the head.
All right. As you run towards him, getting ready to hit him with this, he's going to use another maneuver called Brace and use his reaction to attack you as you're getting close. So you run towards him, ready to lay into him. You will still get your attack if you survive this.
That's concerning.
That is,
if you survive.
That is a hit. You take... You take 13 points of damage.
Oh.
Still up?
I'm still up.
13 points of, as
7 to go.
As you're running towards him, getting ready for this attack, with a blinding speed, he just kind of gives you a quick hook as you're running towards him, which kind of disorients you and knocks you back a bit, but you still have your chance to lay your attacks into him. Go ahead.
Yep. She's going to punch him hard as she can. All right. 24.
That hits.
All right. 4 damage. Gonna see if I can do it again for a Divine Smite. Try it again.
Go ahead and make another religion check.
Yep. This time I have to do it on my own. Spend inspo. 16.
You try to tap into that same sort of feeling that you did in that memory of Maeve's, but unfortunately you aren't able to find it yourself. Wherever that connection came from, it may take some time, some personal time, trying to figure out exactly what that means to you.
She is going to take her second attack.
Yep, go ahead.
17.
That will hit.
Okay, 4 more damage.
You lay 2 more hard blows into his ribs. This time, as you hit one, you hear a crack in there, and he kind of oh, and pulls back from it.
She'll bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on herself.
Oh, hey, what does that put Tracy up to?
13.
13.
Makes me a little bit more survivable.
Yep.
Not a lot.
So this shimmering shield, so it almost looks like an ephemeral sort of glass appears in front of Rosalind, and he takes a moment where he's kind of looking around trying to judge what exactly this is before he just decides to go in for a blow against you. You're at 13 now?
What? 13 AC, yeah.
13 AC. That is a 14.
Okay. You could knock her out right here.
Yep. And so you all watch as he throws his fist towards her, and as it touches this glass, this divine energy, there's a shimmer, there's a sparkle, and then it shatters as his fist goes through it and connects with Roz right in the chest, and she flies backward. 11 damage.
Oh, yeah. She is down.
As she hits the ground, and he moves up on towards her, still sort of ready to throw another punch, but then stops a moment and waits to see if she gets back up.
Uh,
And slowly starts to let his guard down.
I message Maeve. Give her a healing word right now. Get her up.
Am I allowed? I
And
guess I'm looking around. Oh, good.
If you'd like to try, you can.
I'm like thinking back, like I don't. This is something that she wanted to do herself.
So after a few seconds pass, the guy sort of jumps in and runs in and comes down next to Roz, and you see another, looks like a surgeon of some sort comes in as well. They kind of start slapping you on the face a little bit, and you come to dazed, sore as hell. You have 1 HP, and you watch as Byron comes up and pushes the guy and the surgeon sort of out of the way and grabs your wrist and sort of pulls you up onto your feet. Gives you a hearty slap on your back and goes, "Not bad. Not bad."
she has a very disappointed look on her face, but she nods. You're really good.
And as he sort of starts to walk away, the guy's like, "And our champion Byron reigns for another day. But anyone else who would like to challenge may do so. Just step on up." Then you see a few other guys, none of which you know are going to last very long, go, and they kind of start to get into a line. And the guy sort of comes up to you as you're kind of limping off and goes, "Hey, I want you to know most people don't last more than like 10 seconds against him. That was a hell of a showing."
Thank you. Oh, you got a good attraction there.
And it gives you a slap on the back as well and walks away.
Ow. Roz, like, please stop slapping me on the back.
If maybe
She'll limp back over to her group.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Maeve's gonna
as
run
you
forward.
do, there are a few people, like, kind of open up, like, "Yeah, it was a nice try, boss. It was a good job. Good job. You put up a hell of a fight. Hell of a fight."
Oh my goodness. Sit down.
You seem to have earned yourself a few fans here.
She gives a polite nod and wave.
Would you like to
Sit
know how much
down.
HP he had left?
I'm gonna be so disappointed when I hear this. How much did he have left?
9.
Oh,
He has 74 HP.
I had 48 to start with. I feel pretty proud of myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, 9 is still. You'd have to survive another like 2 attacks to get to that. So.
Hitting that Divine Smite on a crit, it was a 20 for
Yeah.
the first Divine Smite, and it was a 25 for you to get another one.
Yeah, okay. That would have been tough. I couldn't have gotten it the second time. I don't have the numbers for it.
If you'd have hit a natural 20.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. She kind of sits down amongst the group. All right.
Sit down.
I hope no one wagered too much money on that.
Don't even worry about that. Can I do like a medicine roll or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me help you out here.
Yeah, she'll also cure wounds herself.
So yeah, as you're kind of checking her out, she
Shit. I only got 10, but I hope that's enough.
shouldn't have any broken bones. The lay on hands earlier, fixed the nose, which you are almost certain was broken.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know a broken nose when I feel one for
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, but otherwise, you're probably going to be pretty sore. But otherwise, fine.
I give her some stuff from my herbalist kit to help with the pain. Just kind of start trying to clean up this blood.
Yep. You also then hear a familiar voice behind. As it wasn't a total loss. I did make a bit of coin on it, and you hear a jingling, and you turn around to Donna holding a hefty looking coin purse.
She bet against me.
Hey,
Odds just
Ugh.
weren't in your favor.
listen, let's think of it this way. It could be good for the group if that's what she wishes to share with. She just kind of gives a smile as she continues to help clean up Roz.
Well, he was pretty good. Whatever.
You did well.
Thank you.
Seemed my prayers for you worked, at least for that moment.
Yeah, no, there was definitely a moment where I felt something different, something weird.
Hmm.
Because someone decided they didn't want to help. Sorry, I was.
I think she can hear you without having to raise your voice.
Yeah, well, I felt like
Okay,
raising my
curse the
voice.
gods. That's right. Wah, wah. Shaking my fist at the sky.
That Kieran, the gods are what helped her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Weirdly, they don't ever help me. That's strange.
In their own way.
Fair
Depends
enough.
on who you go to, I suppose.
Oh, all right.
This is a great step for your marketing campaign because everyone loves an underdog. Right?
An underdog. That's never what I've considered myself, but fair enough.
You know, it's not
Against
so
against
much.
him, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, and then then you're sort of like this dark horse where you just come out of nowhere and beat the shit out of everyone, and then everyone just loves it even more.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go back to the tavern and wash the blood off, if that's okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying my best here, but yes, we'll
Yeah.
walk you back.
Thank you.
Before you go, was the plan to continue the fair-going experience and then into this we're hired to do?
Well, we weren't able to go towards the ruins today, or so we were told.
That's what I was under the impression of.
So you don't think that the thief has gone there yet either?
We don't think so, but he might still be here.
Choice to make. Find him here, or don't believe he's gone. That means that you're finally ahead of him.
Roz glances around at the group.
Well, I suppose it's something to keep in mind. You know, that person that you were competing against, they work for the mines. He seems to have some respect for you. Maybe he can give us some information.
Can't hurt to ask, I suppose. She glanced over. Those guys are all about to get their asses kicked, so.
There does seem to be a bit of an intermission, as again, you did, give him the wildest run for his money that he's ever had before. So he's currently up there. The surgeon's looking at him. They don't have anyone to, pump healing into him. So you see them like bandaging up his ribs and stuff like that. He's like slamming down a mug of ale.
Rosalind kind of frowns. She'll excuse me. And she's going to get up and make her way over towards him.
Please be careful.
Oh, well.
Can't
her
help
way.
I can.
She approached him. She's like nods, and she's going to pump a cure wounds into him.
Walk up and put the cure into him. He's kind of like, where'd you learn to do that anyway?
Oh, it's relatively a new thing, actually. My sister showed me.
Seems, I don't know where magic comes from, so I don't know. That was, and you can see the surgeon's still trying to tend to him. He's kind of like pushes him. He's like, stop it. I grew up here in Eurosa. All there really is around here is either crime or work in the mines, so I didn't think that... And I'm a big guy, right? But, picking on all these rednecks and losers around here, I didn't know if what I had was really anything.
Well, take it from me. You can stand up with the best of them anywhere you go.
Yeah, we don't get many adventurers, I guess, is what you are. Or, we get mercenaries in here occasionally, but no one that ever wants to take me on. There's more of you out there. Maybe maybe it's time to get out of your roast.
There's way better challenges than me out there. I promise you that.
Well, stay here today, defend the rest of my title, but you ever want to give it another go sometime?
Yeah, when I have a better strategy.
Well, there is a next time. Maybe I'll have learned a few things too.
I look forward to it then. And she'll offer her hand to shake.
Reaches out and shakes too.
Could I ask you a question about the mines you said you work in?
Oh, I mean, not really mines. They're just the ruins.
Yeah, that's actually why my friends and I are here. Is we're supposed to be getting to the Schottengrad ruins.
Are you looking for work?
Well, actually, we're looking for someone who might be trying to steal from them.
Probably not the best idea. The Empire has it locked down. Security there is locked down pretty tight.
Well, this guy's pretty good at what he does, so our job is to find him and stop him. Anything you can tell us about it?
Well, I doubt he'd try to be breaking in right now with shut down on account of the storm that blew through here. You don't have to really be watching the checkpoints for people trying to take artifacts in or out. No one's really watching the workers, so all the eyes would be on Brimmer on something in and out. It should be open back up tomorrow, so I don't know much about thieving. I'll be back to work. tomorrow, as will everybody else heading that way. So
It's about a day and a half to get there, right?
yeah, about a day and a half, depending on how fast you go. I guess if I were him, I'd probably wait for that rush, try to blend in a little bit more. Probably city right now if I were to. Yes.
All right.
If he's
Thanks.
smart, anyway.
Well, I don't know. Tough to say. He's stealing from the Empire, so he ain't that smart. Not that I have any respect for them, but you know. Anyway, I appreciate the information, and I hope we get to fight again sometime.
Same. Boss.
Still not. Byron, was it?
Yeah.
I'll remember that. And she'll turn and hop back down and head over to the party.
All right.
Well, anything interesting?
Yeah, I think Zana definitely has a good thought here. According to him, the odds of our guy being there right now are slim to none. And most people are going to set out early tomorrow morning to try to be there by the following day to start working again. If we leave now, we can be there when everyone else arrives.
All right.
Has he seen a drow?
No, he didn't mention a drow. The only drow I've seen is the one that we saw in the tavern the other night.
Indeed. Well, we'll maybe just give a chance real quick to see if there's anything else of note here. And I mean, are you even well enough to walk right now?
I can walk. Yeah, I'm fine.
It only
Just,
hurts to breathe.
It only hurts to breathe and move and
So everything
live.
required for walking.
Well, we have a cart. I'll rest.
Okay. Well, as long as
He's
you
not
feel
bleeding
it.
out of the ears. She's fine.
She reaches up. Actually, I am bleeding out of the ear, but that's not the point.
She just puts her hands on her hips. Just kind of gives you a look. You're very brave today.
Mel says
I
everything,
don't-
including her ego, is bruised. Yes, that is true.
You were brave today, but let's not push it too much, all right?
I'll rest on the cart. It's a
Okay.
day and a half there. By the time we're there, I'll be feeling better.
Okay. Well, is Zana still with us?
Yes,
Okay. Will you be joining us?
I will. Although if you want to make it there in a day and a half, then we're not going to be taking Pride's Walk Road. We'll be across the fields, in which case the cart is probably better.
Bummer.
Mm.
Roz has a look of, oh, of course.
Sorry, did you mention that there was a drow staying at the inn?
Yeah. Well, there
Yeah.
was
Yes.
last night.
We didn't get a chance to have everyone talk to him.
I tried to get the key from the barkeep, but he wouldn't take the gold.
Why don't you just rent the drow?
Didn't know it was him.
Might not
Yeah,
be.
Well, if we can
because I
find
don't
him
make
again.
it a point to break into people's rooms.
Fine,
All right.
I'll do it. Starts walking back towards.
He might
I-
not be there.
All the better.
Follow her.
Go
We'll
ahead.
be fine.
All right, you two
Alright,
go ahead.
Let's just go with
I'm gonna go get cleaned up then, and let's get prepared to leave.
Do you need help?
She looks at you and goes, "No, of course I don't need help," and then takes a step and immediately stumbles and falls to a knee.
And we're gonna give you some help. I imagine that she immediately tries to grab you, and then Luster is also under you, trying to help do his best.
Hell yeah, Lester.
Thank you, Luster. All right, let's fireman arm this, and let's get you back in the end to clean up.
All right, is everybody heading back to the inn? Did anybody else want to go anyplace else?
I want to stop Leaf.
Okay.
Hey, buddy. Buddy. Try to lead him away from the group a little bit.
Leaf follows.
So, I honestly wasn't paying much attention to the planning because it's just the most boring part of adventuring. But what I did take from it was that we have one more day here before we gotta go, do our jobs and stuff.
It sounded like Mother Maeve and Boss Rosalind wanted to leave tonight. Today, even.
Oh yeah, well, okay, maybe not a whole day, but we have, this last few hours that we're gonna be here, and there's a flippin' festival going on right now.
What do you have in mind?
Oh, what don't I have in mind? So, Actually, why don't we go look for your friend?
You mean the coin accord?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but maybe not the whole group. No. Let's just, Kieran's desperately trying to remember, but so is the player.
Neo say it's in your player notes.
Yeah, Neo. Let's go find her.
Okay.
All right, so y'all want to go and see if you can find the coin accord?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. If you remember, which probably they were staying in. Oh, I know I wrote. The Floral Farmhouse Inn. So it's easy enough for you guys to head there and find where it is. It's slightly more upscale than where you were staying at the Pint, a little bit closer to sort of the richer, and I say that with very heavy air quotes, side of town. But walking inside, with it being the Artisans Fair, everyone's out and about. No one's really working today, so outside is super busy as people are going like from stall to stall and tent to tent, looking over different wares, and even heading inside. The bar room here is just packed to the gill. There is open seat that you can see. There are people at tables with pints who are standing up, shouting and hollering and sort of carrying on here. So why don't both of you go ahead and make a perception check to see if you can spot anybody.
Easy.
19.
17.
So, both of you do spot Yosei sitting at a table with a pint in her hand. A few other people around her as well. You also notice a few other people there as well. First of which is a male dwarf. You see extremely long, wavy, gray hair, blue eyes, smooth brown skin. He's standing up on top of the table. He's about 5 feet tall himself. Has this massive build, like really big and thick, even for a dwarf. Kind of a diamond-shaped, pockmarked face with this gigantic, braided, squared beard. You recognize this as Runar Leaf. Also around the table, you see male half-elf, long curled silver hair, blue eyes, soft sunburned golden skin. He's a little bit on the shorter side. Just probably just a smidge taller than what the dwarf is. And you can see that he has this sort of traveling tool belt that's kind of slung over his shoulder. A few implements kind of poking out from the side. And then there is also a gnome is actually sitting cross-legged up on the table so that they can see everything that's going on as well. Cropped, curly blonde hair, green eyes, rough tan skin, probably from being out in the sun too long. They're probably only maybe like 3 feet tall, max, pretty regular-looking build. But they have this sort of pudgy yet kind of stunningly beautiful in a way face, sort of like this natural gnomish beauty. And they're holding and sort of playing with this small, cute-shaped contraption in their hand that they're constantly sort of clicking and fiddling with as they're watching Runar carry on about something up on the table. But none of them seem to notice you in the comings and goings and the merriment that's happening here in the pub.
I point out to Kieran. That's them. That is my second family.
Blood. That's a good one. And kind of glancing over them. I don't know how to ask this without being metagamey.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way I could kind of just gauge them and see oh, this person's a fighter versus this one's a spellcaster? I don't need to know actual classes or anything.
Why don't you go ahead and make an insight check?
Inspo. 14.
You recognize something about them. Especially, here and now, seeing them all together, the way that they're carrying on, a sort of small crowd around them as well. Besides just them, there's maybe another 4 or 5 people there, just bar patrons, it seems, being entertained by whatever it is that Runar's talking about. But when Leaf says, there they are, my second family, you heard that from Neo say, the day before when she said that. But now seeing them here together like this, exactly what they are. The way that you've traveled, how much time that you've spent in big cities. You've seen groups like this before. None of them are probably blood related. They're all travelers lost to the world in their own way, but they have found with each other safety, family, love. Something that Kieran's never quite been able to find himself up to this. But they're also sort of warriors of the road in that way. You can tell they are thieves in ne'er-do-wells. Not in a dangerous sense, not cutthroats, but they do what they can to survive, just like you do. There's a bit of recognition there in that regards as far as profession goes.
Okay, but nothing about like Neo says rogue or
Nope,
anything like that.
Not that you are aware of.
Okay.
I would say that between the male, the half elf and the gnome, they definitely seem to be maybe tinkerers or builders or like craftsmen of some sort.
Leaf, I'm trying to think of something derogatory to say about them, but I'm just overcome with this sense of family and love and trust. And I don't like it. Just go say hi. And I'm just gonna march right over and be like, well.
And as you kind of walk up, everyone kind of looks to you for a moment, and then you watch as the four eyes of the coin accord all shift to Leaf, and Ruhar goes, "Oh my god. Shit in Bahamut's beard if it isn't Leaf himself!" And he jumps down and runs past you, Kieran, kind of shoving you out of the way, and wraps his arms around Leaf's waist, and you watch as the gnome jumps up and jumps down and runs and grabs his leg, and the half-elf jumps up and hugs him as well, and then Neosay joins in as well and goes, "We didn't believe her! Neosay said she saw you, and that you were with some, I don't know, some other folks or whatever, but, oh, I can't believe it, buddy, we missed ya!"
This one is excited to see you all in the festival.
So, what brings you back here? What have you been up to? Sit down, let's get us a pint, tell us what you've been doing!
Indeed. This one is best friend Kieran, and Leaf motions over to Kieran. Best friend Kieran, this is Coin Accord, Leaf's second family.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Sorry I didn't see you there, little buddy. And he grabs your hand and starts shaking it furiously.
Oh, that's okay. Trying to keep my balance.
What? Wait a minute. He turns back towards Neosay. Was this the one with the big old heavy sack that you lifted? And she kind of just like smiles a little bit and goes, we're gonna have to teach you a thing or two about keeping your coin purse secure to your belt, aren't we? You old enough to drink? You look old enough to drink. Jekyll, he points over to the half-elf. Why don't you go and get us another round here? We got some new friends to entertain.
And Kieran was about to say something clever, but he's like, a drink? Okay.
So he heads on over to start getting you guys around and shuffle up. He's like pushing people out of the way to get you all guys up there into the chairs there. But yeah, basically just Leaf goes into asking you what you've been up to. What have you been doing? Who you're traveling with? How you've met them?
Leaf is 100% truthful. Leaf mentions the oracle and the tattoos. Leaf also mentions talking to the Wild Mother and reveals its new starry chest and its new constellation form, which Leaf also demonstrates for the Accord.
Kieran, go ahead and make a perception check as you're kind of listening and just watching around, what's going on. You can do it with advantages.
Oh, so close. It was almost a natural 20, but that's a 19.
So as all this is happening, you watch as people are kind of coming in and out and joining the conversation, and kind of I mean, first of all, Leaf just on his own is a spectacle to behold for most people, especially when he starts doing tricks and using Kari form, and Runar is kind of demanding a lot of the attention as well, and the story's kind of shifting and going back and forth. You notice that as all this is going on and people are kind of coming in and out and like paying attention and watching, and even from sort of tables away, Jekyll and Olan, who's the name of the gnome, kind of go up to get a few rounds here and there, and they even offer rounds to some of the surrounding table, and you notice a few times that as they're doing this, constantly picking pockets, taking coin purses as well, like they are picking to be clean as they do. But other than that, you do get friendly, sort of jovial vibes from them. They do seem to genuinely care about and miss Leaf, and are hanging on to his every word. Whether or not they entirely believe him, you're not sure. But Leaf's also one that's not
very good at deception.
To lie, yeah, very good at deception.
Leaf also goes over the components of a lucky Kieran, and offers a round to the group, although definitely does not have any money on him. On it.
But at this point, I'm a little buzzed. Oh, God, there's our new friends here. I gotcha.
So yeah, you guys go up and try to tell the bartender what's in a Lucky Kieran, and they don't have any of the ingredients for it. So they kind of try to like cobble, like, oh, this is the closest I guess that we have to it.
Wait, you really have no mint? Kieran. There's no mint? You don't have any?
They have no mint. They have no sugar to put around the edge either. So what you end up getting, we'll say, is closer to being like probably something that's more like tequila based, but like really, really cheap. So like there's
salt on the rim.
There's salt around the rim. Like, yeah, you can come up with what you think the name of it's for, but this is definitely a scuffed Kieran, whatever you end up naming it.
I got it. No.
Instead of mint, it's actually like saffron.
I hold it up. I'm like, you know what? No, this is a new invention of its own. This is, we'll say, a new leaf.
Yeah, because as everyone tries it and they have this look on their face, like, this is nothing like what you said this was gonna taste like. It's really hard to put down. But you're all pretty drunk by this point as well. So, you guys spend, we'll say by this point, it's at least been maybe 2 hours since you've been here. So, while that's going on, we're gonna jump back over to, Theo and Zana. Was anybody else heading back to the inn with them?
I mean, not with them, but Roz and Maeve are limping along after.
And trying to take her to the showers, basically.
Hermia, where were you going? Did everyone just...
I have no idea.
Everyone just walks away, and Hermia's like, I don't know where to go.
Oh, if she was there, I would have told her what was happening.
Right. Who would you like to have been with, Hermia?
I would have just probably followed Leaf and Kieran. Like, they don't even notice I'm there. I'm just...
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Here, did you get a drink? Oh,
perfect. Hold on. We'll wait. We'll come back to that. I have something for that. All right. So, Donna and Leo, you two head on back to the inn, and as you do, she kind of looks over and she goes, "Hard feelings, right?"
No. I just didn't have another person with me so I could keep the barkeep busy.
No, I'm talking about when we were in Bise Tile and I took all my stuff back from you.
Oh. I was mad at the party for letting you do that. It's not your fault.
Well, I mean, I guess I did get a little bit lucky with whatever that thing was knocking you out. But just so you know, even had you been awake, I still would have got my shit back.
I would have put up a fight. I give her a wink and a smile.
How much of one? What are you, 300?
200. How long do changelings live?
Long enough. All right, so do you have any idea what room he was in?
Barkeep wouldn't tell me.
Name?
Barkeep wouldn't tell me.
Well, why don't you go in and order a drink? Then
I'll keep him busy.
Do you enter in? And again, just like in the other place, not that you would know, it's pretty busy in here. So there's a lot of comings and goings. You see the guy behind the counter. There's about 2 barmaids. You see another male sort of barmaid, bar waiter person, whatever, kind of helping out as well. So what do you?
I go up to the bar and kind of boisterous, and it's like, your finest ale, and what kind of meats do you have on today?
I don't know. We got a platter of some sort. Stace, what is that meat thing that you made for us? And she shouts back, a charcuterie board. Yeah, we can get you the chockary meat, the meat board. It's got a bunch of meat in it.
I don't want a meat board from this.
Is that expensive?
Sheets of meat.
You're in your Rosa, all right?
Well, I just want to know I'm not eating like duck vaginas,
What?
like pig assholes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, there might be some big assholes in it, but don't worry, we cook it nice.
Does it come with cheese and crackers?
The dog penis.
You have to
has
pay extra
culture.
for the cheese.
That's fine.
All right. Finest ale. He kind of like rolls his eyes at that. And the meat board with cheese. 5 bronze. Copper. 5 copper. Bronze.
Only 5 copper?
Fine, 10 copper.
Well, I was just thinking, why don't I just buy one for the entire bar? For that kind of price.
Sure.
And I turn around and look and do a head count.
There's probably like 30 people in.
How much silver is that?
I think it'd be 1 gold. No. That's 15 silver. Yeah, so I think it'd be about a gold and a half.
Right, I toss him 5 gold and I'm like, you probably should help her because I want 30.
Well, all right. Looks like the meat board's on this guy. And everyone kind of looks around like, what? Like, there's a few, yeah! And a few people are like, no. But it kind of throws everyone into a bit of a buzz, and you watch as, he kind of calls back, and the 3 of the servers kind of go back in kitchen there to start helping sort of prepare stuff, and things get a little bit more rowdy. I'll give Anna.
At least one guy's got to be like,
You
"Can
are
I
just
get an
gonna
ale,
say-
please."
You
Send
hear
a message to her. It's like, you should be good for a little while.
you hear one person in the back starting to start to chant, "Me bored, but after like 10 seconds, it's still just him.
Slowly peters out.
All right, well, luckily, Zahn did not roll a super great stealth check, but the other guy did not. So as all of the servers sort of go in the back, you kind of just sitting there waiting, and then you see one of the female servers, who you know is in the back, comes back behind the bar as well, and the guy who, the bartender still sort of, you're just in the back helping with, yes, no, it's fine, I had a few things I had to check on. The meat boards are on their way. Oh, all right, okay, all right. And you watch as she goes up and picks up a board behind him and kind of starts scanning through it. Actually, I forgot something back at one of the tables. Walks back in crowd. She kind of disappears. About 5 minutes later, you hear in your head, Leo, on upstairs.
I'll just kind of whisk away without being noticed.
All right, so as you get up there, she's kind of standing in the hallway, and she goes, all right, well, I'm going to list off a few names, and you let me know which sounds Jorhasian. There was a Braylon Bailey, a Zeno Illa, Lily Chase, Dello Joyce, and a Clayson Duskdown.
I would assume the Duskdown might be the drow.
Really? Why is that? She kind of smiles at you.
Say it! Say it, you racist fuck!
Anyway,
They always sound edgy as hell. I'm sorry. Someone had to
she
say it.
walks down to like the last door and takes out some thieves' tools and pops the lock and kind of slowly pushes it and peers. On in.
I walk in.
So taking a look in here, it doesn't look like there is a whole lot here. Bed does look slept in, was not made. But other than that, looking around, not a whole lot in here. It seems like maybe there's a desk. A chair has like one drawer on it, but it seems like it's placed, to just take notes, diaries, whatever. This is a amorous place. But there is a used quill and a few balled up pieces of paper that are over there. Take a look at. You open up. What?
I speak Celestial, Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Thieves' Cant.
Fortunately, you do not recognize.
But could I put on the mask and attempt to try to know it?
The mask, the way that it's been used, is more for like arcane, magical related things. So you get the sense probably.
You can get a copy of it. One of us. I know some weird languages.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not too long. Each one just has like half a sentence that sort of started to be written out, and then crumpled up in basically two of those, and they look like they're very similar. But you could always give it to party members, see if anybody potentially. Well, I suppose, but he is staying here for at least another day. Stayed up till tomorrow. Going somewhere. Same time frame that we were. It's up to you if you think we should try and track him down, ask him questions, try to learn it.
Yeah, we can wait until he comes back tonight. See if he does come back tonight.
All right. Well, in that case, I will retire to my own.
We're just a message away if you need anything.
I won't.
Don't be so soon about it. Jeez.
Maeve and Rosalind.
Yeah.
Were you just going back to get cleaned up? Were you looking for anything in particular?
Just somewhere we can clean off all the blood, and Rosalind's gonna take a minute. She's probably gonna take like an hour for a long rest at this point.
All right. Well, a short.
Or for a short rest. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So you guys head back to the inn as well, just in time to see all the meat boards being passed out.
Rosalind glances at Maeve.
It doesn't look great.
Must be a meat board party going on here.
Yeah,
All right, this place is a sausage fest. Let's go.
That's literally what it is. It just seems like it's a bunch of different types of like sausage links.
Yeah.
Some of them not even really cooked all that great. Some of them are still.
Yeah, because you ordered like 30 of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
I could definitely cook something better in the woods than that.
But yeah, you're able to find.
You could kill something in the woods better than that.
We'll say sort of outside the back. There's a few barrels of water and water basins of clean.
Yeah.
Take some time for yourself. No problem.
Yep.
Meanwhile, back at the floral farmhouse, Kieran, you notice, you've kind of obviously a little buzzed, having a lot of fun, and still watching O-Line and Jekyll go around and start to pick pockets and take things away. Hermia, can you make a perception check for me, please?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hold on. Perception.
Yep.
18.
Okay. You watch as Olan takes a coin purse off of someone who looks really familiar. Like, that lady looks a lot like Hermia. No, wait, that is Hermia.
Wow, I get robbed.
You don't know. But yeah, you see Hermia just standing over there, just kind of in the corner, holding a new leaf and just looking really, really awkward. Like, will someone talk to me? Or not. I don't know. I guess it's up to you how you look, Hermia. But you've been sitting here for about 2 hours and no one said anything to you.
Wait, hold on. So I saw Hermia get pickpocketed.
You did.
Okay. I'm going to. I do that internally. I don't say anything, but I just walk over to her and I'm like, "Oh my goodness! When did you get here?"
I've been here the whole time.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Oh man! Leave! Hermia's here. And I drag her with me.
Hermia, query, when did you get here?
I've been here the whole time.
Dot.
Leaf,
ellipsis.
are you going to introduce us to your friend here?
This feels awkward. Coin Accord's second family. This is Hermia. She currently has no title designation.
Well, Hermia, it's a pleasure to meet you. It's not often that we get to run into fey folk like yourself, and he kind of gives you a bit of a bow. You watch as Olan comes up, kind of whispers something in his ear. He goes, "Well, give it back then. We don't take from friends." And you watch as Olan kind of comes up to Hermia and goes, "Sorry," and hands you a coin purse.
It's okay. I would have done the same thing.
Olan, what a good one! That's a good goof that you did right there. And I'm just gonna like, kind of fake fall like drunk, hug him, and then I want to pickpocket him.
Make a sleight of hand at disadvantage. Because you're drunk.
Disadvantage.
You're drunk!
Oh,
Get
yeah.
drunk!
And on
Roll
top of
one.
that, they
I
know this
you
fucking
walk in
game.
a straight line, officer. Okay, I can do it. I'm going to use yet another inspiration to
Okay.
make that a straight roll. Oh. 18?
They got a dirty 20. So as you go
Oh.
to start to lift it, they kind of smack you on the wrist and go, "You have a lot to learn, kid." And they walk off back into the crowd.
They were just hitting on you.
What?
Damn it.
So, Leaf, would you have told the Coin Accord about your mission and why you're here in Eurosa?
Oh, of course.
So, y'all are heading to the ruins of Shattengrad, is that right?
Affirmative.
Yes.
So, myself and the rest of the Accord, we're actually hoping to head down in there and see if we can't get some jobs as well and see if we can't make out with a little, special little heirloom or magic thingamabob or whatnot. Those actually fetch quite a pretty penny here in the Empire, you know. So maybe we could all travel together. What do you think?
Affirmative. This would be a great opportunity to blend two families together.
That's right. You know what I always say, the more the merrier. Am I right?
You are right, indeed.
Yeah. So you want to travel together where?
To the ruins.
Exactly.
To the ruins of Shattengrad. After all, you're running after this thiefy guy, right? And who better to spot a no-good cutthroat than a bunch of no-good cutthroats themselves? Hmm?
You know, that's a good point. And I just whispered, Leaf, I think I kind of missed that you kind of told them literally everything. I don't know if we were supposed to do that.
Query, why would I not tell my family everything there is to know about everything?
Oh, sorry. Was there something he said that he maybe shouldn't have said? Because we can keep a secret.
Oh gosh.
Just it's just so as you see, there's Hermia and then Nielsen. You met Maeve earlier, and then I don't and yeah. So you see, one of the patrons was talking about the fight that Byron had today. Well, one of our friends was Roz the boss. And then we have a few more friends and everything, and just it's already sort of a crowd.
Well,
You
I
know?
would love to meet the rest of these second chances that you're traveling with. Anyone who's looking out for our good buddy Leaf is a friend of ours. And,
This one has a great idea. Come with us to the tavern that we are staying at, and you can meet everybody.
Oh no, I hope they don't catch
And-
us outside.
Neosei speaks up and goes, "Plus, if we travel with each other, Kieran, I could teach you how to do your wings there," and kind of points to the eye makeup. Could use a little bit of work. I have a great technique
not.
to help you sharpen those up.
She did not. Anything.
Ash, we about to fight?
Kieran kind of drops his glass. Yeah, you're gonna give me some pointers,
Oh,
huh?
let me grab that for you. And she picks it up. And she's like, if you have clumsy hands like that might be the reason why you're not so good at the picking of pockets, but we can give you a few pointers on the road as well.
Yeah, because you have some wandering fingers, don't you?
Guilty.
And then I Charles Xavier to Hermia, hold me back, because I swear to God, I'm gonna cut this bitch.
Oh,
Hold me back.
I don't know if I should hold you back. I kind of want to see what'll happen.
Sarah does. Maeve would hold you back, but Sarah wants to see this.
And so I kind of thought, it's I think we've had quite a fun night. Why don't we finish it off with a friendly game of cards?
Oh no.
Oh god.
You
Oh,
watch
God.
as all of their eyes kind of light up, and Runar goes, "Are we waging?"
Oh, of course. What kind of card game would it be if we weren't?
Very well. Clear the tables.
Oh god.
Let's sit down and play. Who's playing, Kieran?
I will force Hermia to play.
What?
Okay. So
I'm like, Hermia,
Hermia,
you have to have my
Kieran.
back here. We gotta show them they can't fuck with the second chances. We are Leaf's family. I don't give a shit who they are.
So, I have a question.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
So, in D&D Beyond, like where proficiencies in languages is,
Yes.
like for tools, I have the playing card set. Does that do anything?
You are
Oh,
proficient in
interesting.
playing cards, yes.
Okay.
Interesting.
I was never sure. I don't know. I just assumed it meant I had to deck a card.
Yeah, it should mean that like whenever you have to make a roll with that, you can add proficiency.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So
Noted.
with that, we'll say we'll play some sort of like doubles game. So it'll be Hermia and Kieran versus Neosei and Rune.
Ew, what are we playing? Euchre?
What's wrong with Euchre?
I
All
never
those people on
remember
our
how to
Twitch chat who
play.
are not gonna get that.
All
I
right,
always have to be reminded how to play too.
I do, like, every single time it's like a new experience.
I have never learned to play either.
That's the only doubles game, like, I can
We
think
can
of.
roll dice.
Well,
Go play Pinochle.
there's a doubles game
Another
in
doubles game?
Exandria called Dragon's Ante.
Oh, okay.
That's convenient.
Yep. So, how much are we wagering? From what Neosei tells us, you lot have quite a bit in your pocket.
Maeve has all the gold, so don't even try.
Um,
Don't even think about it.
I set down. Robbie, what's like the usual, like buy-in for stuff?
I mean, it
Or is
depends
it
on,
just
on
dependent?
who or where you're playing. Yeah. I don't know. You want to flex? If you want a chance to flex on them, here's your chance.
I'm thinking about it, and
Although
then I
you
remember how
you also do know that they've been raking in, quite a few, not obviously adventurer coin purses, but they've been raking in quite a few coin purses over the past 2 hours.
I dropped 50 gold.
You watch Runhar kind of like gives you this like, okay, all right, kind of look, and reaches in and puts 50 gold up as well, and looks to Neosei, and she puts 50 on the table, and everyone looks to Hermia.
Hermia puts 51 gold down.
All right.
That's my girl.
I'll add another gold. So there is 204 gold on the table. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to go ahead and rate D20 rolls. And who wins based on that?
Hermia's got proficiency in card games.
Actually, we'll say that if you have proficiency, you get to add your proficiency bonus to it.
Boom.
Okay.
Which I think is everyone. So
Aw. I thought I was. Oh, I got a natural 20.
Hell yeah.
Okay. 15.
all right, so you got 23, 15, and then they got 18 and 17. So we'll say that Hermia, you end up taking 74. The other two end up with 40 each, and then that leaves how much for Kieran? Math, please.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
You said 74 and then 40 each for the others.
Yeah.
So that's 154 total. And then.
No, that's not enough because that would be 50 back to you, and you basically lost. I'm bad at making up games on the spot. All right, Hermia, you got 74 gold. Kieran, you ended up with 20 gold back, and the rest went.
There you go.
Well, that wasn't too bad. Your Hermia friend here is pretty good with the cards. Maybe we should call her Hermia the Card, eh?
You're so.
Leaf,
You're so
remember that
funny.
one. Hermia the Card, her new nickname.
Data stored. Hermia the card.
I don't know if I like that.
Did we want to go another round?
Hermia looks to Kieran.
They both put 50 gold back on the table.
Yeah, I mean, it's doing pretty well. Yeah, let's keep going.
All right. Go ahead and roll the d20s again.
Oh no, dice, come back.
Does
back.
advantage apply in this scenario?
Oh, right, because you are drunk. It sure does.
Oh, fuck. Then it's just a straight roll.
But are they drunk too?
They are not.
Yeah, they're drunk too. Oh, whatever. 12.
I mean, Runehar's a dwarf, so.
Runehar's a dwarf.
All right. You end up with 60 this time, Hermia. And
Nice.
Kieran, what did you get?
Got a 12.
You end up with another 20, and they take the rest.
Okay.
Look, I'm starting to feel a little bad here. You're obviously a little bit inebriated. I don't think maybe you understand the rules quite so much. And look, me and Neo say we've been doing this for a long time. So why don't you cut your losses there?
And then I slide in 100.
Oh, okay.
All right. They each put 100 gold up. Hermia?
Okay. Call.
Okay. Everyone go ahead and roll again.
Oh God.
Come on.
Not do so well that.
Oh no, dice, come back.
Steve, you have a high perception, don't you?
Oh.
Yeah, my
Do you do anything
passive.
to cheat?
If you'd like to try, yeah, you can.
Remember how
my-
that went for you last time?
My pass is 20.
Okay.
I'm drunk though, so what would I be thinking about? No, I don't think I will be. Yeah, so I kind of want to just slip, because I'm assuming they like use their deck or something like that. So I'm gonna use a card from my deck and just swap it out really quick.
All right. Make a sleight of hand at disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage.
You're drunk.
Drunk
No, I'm not.
drinker.
I'm gonna use all my inspiration on this one fucking thing. Okay, a 14. Uh, 14.
14. Okay.
Hmm?
Leaf, you clock that Runehar and Neosay notice, and they kind of like exchange this look, and he just kind of like not like shakes her head, like let her have it. Go ahead and roll your d20 at advantage, Kieran.
Okay. All low rolls. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die! 13. Jesus Christ!
Okay, so Hermia, you get 150 of the pot. Kieran, you end up with 75 of the pot.
I like this game, Kieran.
And the rest goes to them.
Huh.
all right. That's probably enough. Now, Leaf, you said you wanted to introduce us to the rest of your second chances, right?
Indeed.
Well,
They
let's get going. The day is still young.
What time is it?
By this point, we'll say you guys have probably been here for about 5 hours. The fight took place near noon, so it's starting to get into the evening.
Okay.
As
Look-
they're heading back, obviously the rest of you have quite a few hours here to play with. If there was anything you wanted to do, anyone you wanted to talk to, any meat boards you wanted to try.
I just think I want to do. I just need to clarify though. I told them we need to get packed up and leave as soon as I get cleaned up, and they went and
Yep.
drank for 5 hours.
Drank
Yep,
and played
apparently.
cards. Yeah. So you got cleaned up. You spent an hour kind of resting up. Feel a
Yeah,
little bit better, and then basically called Leo and Maeve down, and probably Zana as well. And now you've all been sitting in the bar waiting for like 4 hours.
Where are they?
Roz looks pissed.
Is the drow down there?
Make a perception check.
Roll 20.
So yes. Sorry. Taco Bell.
Delicious.
During this, as Rosalind is just fuming at the bar with a untouched board of meat in front of her, you do see the drow come in, and he kind of looks around and notices there's a lot of fucking people, so he just kind of heads to the stairs and heads up. And you and Zana both lock eyes because you noticed him.
We'll wait here.
You hear in your head, Leo. Take Roz with you. She needs a distraction and stuff.
Yeah, grab her by the hand. You want to come with me real quick?
What?
What? Oh,
Just upstairs for a second.
sure. You gonna be all right, Maeve?
Yeah, of course I'm fine. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, sure.
I suppose this gives us a chance to get to know each other. I'll just kind of look at Zana.
She nods and looks at them. All right, well. And she'll get up and go with Leo.
Hey, do you want to be good cop or bad cop?
Rosalind just turns and looks. Oh, is our drow friend here?
Yeah, he just went upstairs.
I'll probably be good cop.
Okay, I'm not good with good cop or bad cop, but we'll do this.
Oh, you want me to be bad cop? Sure.
I mean, I don't want to punch the dude. You probably need to get out some aggression.
Listen, I've lost a fight before. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last. Yeah. But yeah, I do want to punch him.
And I'll go over to where we broke in last time, look around to make sure no one's watching me, and then see if I can open the door. If it's unlocked, if not, I'll...
If it's not unlocked, are you trying to check it without alerting him inside?
Yes.
Make a sleight of hand check for me.
15 plus 8.
Okay, so you give it just a very slow, very gentle turn, and it doesn't budge, so it is locked. If you would like to try and pick the lock out the person on the other side potentially hearing you, make a thieves' tool check at disadvantage.
And an inspiration.
Big roll then.
And then remind me, do I just add my proficiency to D20?
Yes. Well, proficiency, and you get your dexterities.
Oh, dope. So that is 10 plus 8 plus 3.
Okay. So you go to work it's not a hard lock by any means, but again, you don't want the guy inside to that you're picking the lock. I'm very, very careful with it, and you slowly turn it without nary a sound. Or is locked. Not sure if the person on the side has heard or not, but you are fairly confident that you were pretty silent.
Raza is gonna glance down towards Leo and just think in her head. Just follow my lead then. Is it pretty noisy downstairs?
Yeah.
All right, then Raza's gonna kick the door open at that point now that it's unlocked.
Make a strength check for me.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Well, this place is shitty. It might be made
Please
out
use
of
advantage.
cardboard. She just puts her entire leg through the door.
Pay for a
15.
door.
All right, it does not come off the hinges, but it does slam open, splintering off like part of the door frame and smashing inwards as you barrel in, and you watch as the drow on the bed just suddenly jumps up and pulls a dagger out and is like, "What do you want?"
Rosalind like marches in and looks like she's pissed off at Leo. I told you he was in here.
Do I know you? You know
No,
me?
but yeah, our boss knows you. Clay's in Dusk Dawn, right?
Yes.
Good. He's the one. Let's get him. And Rosalind's gonna march toward the bed like she's gonna grab this guy.
And he is going to try and attack you.
All right.
That is going to be a 19 to hit.
Yeah, 19 will hit.
Take 6 slashing damage as you try to come over the bed, and he just rakes out at you with this with his attack.
Rosalind barely
then-
flinches.
And then he is going to use bonus action disengage and runs for the window.
Okay, great. Rosalind's gonna try and tackle him.
All right. Well, you don't get an opportunity attack, unfortunately, because of disengage.
fine. Yeah, that's fine.
He's a rogue.
Yeah, and go ahead, just for the hell of it, make a athletics check a strength check at disadvantage.
I will spend an inspo. Robbie, you did a very good job burning through my inspo stash.
You
I
didn't have
had-
to spend any of the inspiration in it, just to fight.
I know, but you finally gave me something that I cared about, and I wanted to spend inspiration on. All right, come on, show it to me. All right, 22.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. He would have dived straight out the window, but you are able to get a hand on his foot, just enough to stop him. He does slip back out of it, but just kind of like tumbles across the floor and pops up over on the other side and starts frantically looking around. Leo, like to do?
I walk in kind of confidently, and it's like, we just needed to talk to him. We didn't need to rough him up.
It's not what the boss said.
Who's the boss?
Roz glances over at Leo.
Make a deception check, Roz.
Mm-hmm.
Put that charisma to use.
23. Yeah, I know. Talking. My specialty.
I don't think he should know who the boss is right now. It's a little above his pay grade.
Listen, she just said that he has to come in alive or dead. She doesn't care which.
Well, we can either do this the easy way or the hard way, Drow. You can sit on the bed and answer our questions and we can leave you alone, or we can do it her way and take you in dead and talk to your corpse.
I lost a fight today, so please my way.
I choose the hard way. And he's going to dive for the window again.
Gonna try and grab him again.
Yep, go ahead and make a strength check.
Inspo. God damn.
You know what? I think I have an inspiration. I'm going to use an inspiration too.
God damn.
No, you
Can I
can't do
use
that.
my inspiration to cancel you out your inspiration?
That was a 1, so it didn't really help.
Fair enough. I rolled a 5 and a 19. 22.
All right, so this time you're actually able to like sort of get in front of him and stop him and kind of like push him back, but he is going to take another slash at you with the dagger. Yeah.
What was it?
15 plus like 7 or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, that'll hit.
So you're going to take 9 slashing damage this time.
Okay. Do I get to hit him back this time?
If you would like to, yeah.
Yeah, I want to try and floor his ass.
So you're punching?
No, I had enough punching for the day. He stabbed me. No, let me see. I'm going to do... No, I just want to grapple him.
Make a strength
I
check.
want to non-lethally stab him in the foot.
Yeah, I'd like to attack him and divine smite him, but not have it be lethal. No, okay. Is it athletics to grapple?
Yes.
Okay,
We're gonna do your athletics versus his acrobatics.
great. That is a 24.
He got a 26. So you go to grab him, and he
Hey.
manages to duck under you and kind of, pops over up on this side of the room. You're managing to keep yourself like in front of the window now, so he doesn't have like
Yeah.
an easy way to get out, but he is still like on his guard and like daggers up. Oh, Theo.
Just answer one question, Drow. Do you have the eye?
Moment of like pause and shit. You're looking for my brother too.
Rosalind glances. You fucking bleeding heart.
I'll talk to you. Send her out.
She's my muscle, though.
Well, I don't talk with muscle.
I'll go stand at the base of the window. She walks over and kind of roughly like grabs Leo and pushes him against the wall for a moment. Don't fuck this up. And she's gonna make her way downstairs.
Making her way.
Down
And
the
she
stairs,
literally,
like that.
as she said, she will go stand outside that window,
Okay.
just in case.
I'll shut the door behind her. And it's like, okay, we're alone.
I assume the boss is the Cerberus Assembly.
Yep.
Well, how much do you know?
We know now your brother stole this artifact and they want it back. But you guys are Drow, and we don't really want to hurt your people. We just want the artifact back. We're adventurers. That's all we're here for.
He believes that with the artifact, if you find the tomb of the boot eyes, that thing can help him find something.
Who is he trying to find?
He lost someone. Should have came back about 150 longer than it should have. She probably just dead, but he hasn't stopped looking. This is his way to find closure. Yes. The boon can tell him where she is, then find her, and if he can't see her, then he knows for sure.
There's easier ways to find people, especially magic, than to use artifacts stolen from the Cerberus Assembly. That's suicide.
Divination magic doesn't work. Could just be that she's gone, but there are also ways to hide from divination. So, the near infinite powers of a demigod. Look, it's his last hope. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying that it's gonna work. All right, I'm here trying to stop him too, but he's made the choice, and I'm just trying to stop him before he starts something, which apparently he already has now.
I'm here to tell you we're not here to kill anybody. We're just here to get the artifact back before something bad happens. And from what you're telling me is a demigod's behind this. Let's hope he doesn't awaken one of those.
Not familiar with you'll call it the Plague of Eyes.
Yeah, I'm not really up to class with all the magic stuff. That's people downstairs.
All right. Well, he believes that if he takes this artifact to the Plague, that it's a fairy tale where we come from, right? It was yes, it's based in legend, but boogeyman, a nightmare for the Empire. So, Dynasty, we kind of told the story of it ravaging through your people. So it's a fairy tale for us, a folk hero. He thinks that if he takes this artifact to it, that it will grant him a wish or answer a question and wants to know if she's alive. Look, I don't think he's in the town anymore. I think that he might have left. Dumb as it is to try and get into the ruins when flooded or whatever the locals are saying, I think that he's already left. So just let me catch up with him and we'll bring the artifact back.
I'll do one better for you. We'll come with you to find your brother. And I promise you that we won't hurt him till we get the full story.
Make a persuasion.
Can I use inspiration?
Yeah, you have it.
First roll is a 13. Second roll is a 17. Persuasion. Plus 2, so 19.
Fine. When are we leaving? Meanwhile, downstairs, Rosalind, you see coming up the path, just having a grand, merry old time. You see Leaf leading behind him, Kieran, who looks definitely sloshed, but also maybe a little bit disgruntled because you see a white tabaxi kind of like walking hand in hand with him, like her arm linked through his. Hermie is there as well, and then you also see a dwarf, a half-elf, and a gnome as well.
Rosalind looks over from where she's standing by the window, and a couple of thoughts run through her mind. First is, wasn't Hermia with us?
Oh.
She shakes her head. And then glances over like, hey, where the hell have you been?
I made some money.
Kieran starts
Well, that's
crying.
good.
They took my money.
And then the dwarf comes forward and goes, "Ah, this tall glass of water must be Rosalind the boss."
Rosalind looks very confused. Yes?
And he walks up to you with his arms like outstretched. "Come on, any friend of Leaf's is a friend of ours." And he goes in for a hug.
Careful,
Ros-
they might steal from you.
As Rosalind gets the hug, she reaches down, takes her coin purse in her hand, and hugs him with holding it in her hand. And has a moment of, Leaf has friends? Besides us?
Yeah, as he comes back, he goes, "Good instincts." And
Ties it back off on her waist.
Neosay, the tabaxi, comes up as well and kind of looks you up and down and goes, "My Leaf, you are working with quite the lookers."
Oh my god.
Roz, I assume still bruised from earlier, is like,
Yes, everyone in the second chances is able to see.
Everyone just kind of laughed.
Wait,
So,
okay.
where's the rest of them? You gonna introduce us? Let's
yeah,
head inside. Rounds are on me.
Oh yeah, they're doing a meat party in there right now.
I
That's
love
not-
a good meat party.
What the? That sounds disgusting.
And
Yeah,
the
it
coin
is.
accord begin to walk into the inn.
Roz looks dumbfounded as she just stands there blinking for a moment.
I don't know if Zana's been talking to me, but I would try
Uh,
to get casual conversation.
Sure, if you would like to do a quick conversation with Don, if there's anything you'd like to earn.
Roll for conversation.
Roll for conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, I assume she shows me a thing and I can't read the language either, I'm guessing.
Nope.
Okay. Sorry. Kieran might be able to help us with that. I think he has some way of seeing beyond languages of some kind.
That would be useful.
Indeed.
As...
Well, it's... Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just Just was asking how it feels to. I just was saying it was good to kind of actually get to see you and talk to you. What were you gonna ask?
Nothing. It's. We're being full and honest. It's not been. How to act normally when I'm forced. Well, I do so as someone else. Social.
Okay. To be completely honest with you, a lot of us started out that same way.
Not the same.
Okay.
Well, Kieran, perhaps, maybe.
So I suppose it's less about social interaction and more about family interaction, maybe?
Either. I've never had. I've never had.
Well, you're doing okay so far. Well, what is it that you do when you're not working?
Study for the next job. I am as good.
Where do you find such unlimited information?
Well, there is Cobalt Soul Archives, and working. There are connections with.
Oh, I think I got kicked out. Oh,
Oh.
shit.
Sorry, Sarah got booted.
Sorry. One sec.
Oh.
Sorry, I got kicked out and I didn't realize it.
You're fine.
What did you say?
So she mentions the Cobalt Soul, and then pauses for a moment. And there are also connections that have their own knowledge.
Do you enjoy reading? Well, have you ever done any other reading besides info for the next thing?
All sorts of stuff in my downtime, from planes to warfare, and occasionally when time allows.
That's good. What sort of fiction do you enjoy? It's been some time since I've been able to read, given all our adventures on the road.
Kind of pauses for a moment, and then you see a bit of blush in her. A persuade.
Oh shit, I suck at those.
Borrow mine.
I'll make an inspo for that.
Borrow mine. I got a +7.
Can I borrow someone's, or is that weird?
Up to
Yeah,
you.
that's how our power works.
I got +8.
Okay, I guess I'll borrow Hermia's. And I'm also gonna take off an inspo as well.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess I will channel Hermia as I attempt to persuade. I think I have +0 to that, don't I?
Well, you have
No, not
+8 now.
+8 now, so that's
Yep.
good. Sorry, hold on, I gotta get dice. Alright, let's see here. Come on, baby. Well, one was a 1 and the other was the 18, so we'll take the 18.
All right, so 18
plus 8 is 26.
You see.
I have the perfect analogy towards this.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So Hermia's gonna just get remember when her brother first caught her reading smut stuff, and just the look of mortification and embarrassment on her face, and be like,
Oh.
why am I suddenly thinking about that memory?
So there's a moment where you see a small crack in Donna's pod. Takes a moment. Much as I enjoy the philosophy, that sort of stuff. All very serious. It's exhausting. Times I like to
Smart.
silly on one book which is supposedly based on truth, but it's a stretch. But hero from here in Wildemount. But it's a book called The Daring Trials and Tribulations of Sir Tarion Daring. The rich old man who made his own non-profit adventure. Traveled with the band of heroes known as Vox Machina. A time, none of it's probably true, but I don't know, sometimes I just find comfort.
I've heard bits and pieces of Vox Machina. Let me hold on. She gets like a little paper and starts writing down the title. Who's it by?
Tarion Darrington.
Mm-hmm.
Diastock. He's out of Diastock here. Wildemount.
Okay.
It's
Got
again, it's supposedly based on true facts that he traveled with Vox Machina for some time, but the book makes it out like he was
Yeah.
probably a bit.
Oh, I mean, aren't most tales stretched of big heroes? I get it. Thank you. That's something for me to look up. I haven't read anything like that. The Hallowed Groves we've had some old fiction before we kind of came above ground, but otherwise a lot of ours are just kind of tales from way before we went underground, and who knows how truthful those are.
We'll say by this point, probably Leo comes back down.
Okay.
So,
he's gonna take us to his brother, who has the eye.
Okay.
right,
So
and
he's
you
been
trust him not to leave?
Give me 1 second, and I go back upstairs.
Totally gone.
Yep. No, so heading
Uh.
upstairs, he is looking down out the window, and Rosalind is there.
Rosalind waves at him.
I'll go watch over. And Donna heads up. Donna will stay with him, basically. Watch him.
Yeah.
So it's about this time that the Coin Accord and Rosalind and everyone else come in, boisterous and loud.
Rosalind follows them in, still just kind of like dumbstruck, like, what is going on?
I do recognize the tabaxi, right?
You do recognize the tabaxi as well. Yep.
I'm
And
just giving her the shift eye.
introductions are made. Runar, Neose, Jekyll, and Olan. The Coin Accord leaves second family.
Hey, Rosalind nods, and then looks to Kieran in the group. Hey, do you remember that we were gonna leave like 4 hours ago and get out ahead of the bad guy?
They took my money. Kieran is just inconsolable right now.
We made money.
Neose comes up to Kieran with a napkin, and she's like, "Oh, honey, you are messing everything up," and is trying to like dab and like wipe the tears away and like save the makeup.
Rosalind,
And I'm ugly.
Rosalind finally just hangs her head in defeat. All right, we'll leave tomorrow morning.
No, we can't.
What?
We're leaving as soon as possible.
She looks at Kieran.
Going on a road trip then? Let us grab a round for the road and we can be on our way. The Coin Accord travels lightly.
No.
All right. Yeah, sure. So you're coming with us?
Aye, yes. Leaf said that the more the merrier, and we were looking to head to the ruins anyway to look for some work. And he gives you a big, obvious wink.
Hi, what was your name, you said?
There is
Runar
strength in
Coin.
numbers.
A pleasure to make
Runar
your acquaintance,
Coin.
boss.
Right. Okay. And you all knew Leaf when Leaf was.
Oh yeah,
Sort of
we
young?
actually found Leaf wandering the forests. What was it? It was actually far west of here in the Velvet Thicket, just south of Wallow Bog. Had not a memory in him. We thought he was just a regular automaton, like you see, been walking around on occasion here the past few years. But smart as a whip, didn't remember a thing, and so welcomed him in. He traveled with us for a few months before heading off to Rexentrim on his own, looking for his creator. Is that Leaf? Were you able to find anything about her? Anything about him? Anything about your past yet? Or is the old noggin still a little empty? Databanks, my bad. Databanks still a little empty.
This one knows the creator's name is Dr. Fernelius, a half-elf with fire red hair.
Kind of looks over to Neo saying, Jekyll and Olan, Dr. Fernelius, that ring any bells to anybody? And they all kind of shake their head. Tell you what, as soon as we can, we'll start looking into that for you, Leaf.
Greatly appreciated. Thank you. Thank you, second family.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Hey, Ross, they're gonna still leap away.
Roz looks
Neo
at
say, who
Kieran.
has her arm around Kieran, is like, is that what you're afraid of? That we're gonna steal Leaf away from you?
He's my best friend.
Leaf can make his own decisions. If he chooses to come with us and leave you, it's because you couldn't keep him. But I'm sure that's not gonna be an issue. You are lovely, all of you.
Roz. Roz gives her a nasty look at that. Not like just because she was mean to Kieran. A little bit of big sister complex. And she nods. Well, it was so kind of you all to, I know, let Leaf just wander on his own to Rexentrum.
This one decided on its own accord to venture out in a different direction of the coin cord.
I completely
You
agree.
all
And
do
you know,
know
if you
that he can turn into, like, animals, right? Like, we've seen him turn
Oh, yeah.
into a bear before. Like, Leaf can hold his own.
He absolutely can, and if he wanted to go somewhere that was important to him, we would definitely go and support him.
Leaf and Chew, remember the good old days, man.
That was earlier today.
Yesterday,
It was
actually.
technically. All right, fine. You all want to go shot and growl? That's where we're going anyway. Let's go.
All right, road beer!
Do we hear this now?
Yeah, we're all at the table together.
Yeah,
Oh, we are? Oh, I thought you guys were outside still.
No,
Oh,
we're
no,
not.
no,
Oh, we're inside now.
Oh,
everybody
shit.
came in during
Okay,
all of
because
this.
Maeve was, Maeve's just gonna shoot them all. Okay, I'm sorry. I would have actually
Fine, you're fine.
interacted. Okay, well, obviously Maeve is holding the coin purse rather closely, and she's just gonna kind of mind to, Roz, are we sure this is a good idea?
No.
Well, then what are we gonna do about them? They're gonna put the whole operation in danger.
Okay, we'll be the ones to tell Leaf that his friends can't come. That'll go well.
In Roz's head, who the fuck's idea was this?
My idea was to leave 4 hours ago.
You hear Runar's up at the thing being like, it's okay to just take it, because this is road beer, right? So if you want this mug to stay, you're going to have to put it in something else. Can you just, we have flasks, and you just fill the flasks up? Hold on, give me the water skins too. We're going to fill the water skins up.
Robbie, I just gotta tell you how much I enjoy that you thought at the beginning of the session today. I hope I get a chance to show why, like, 2 separate friend groups should never intermingle.
Ooh, painful.
Sorry, was this Maeve Roslyn conversations happening in your head or out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
in our-
head.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
I didn't hear what Leo said.
No.
I just gave.
Yeah, right.
my
Yep.
response opinion. Yeah.
All right. Well, keep an eye on them. We'll do our best, and hope maybe they'll be useful. I don't know. They seem capable enough.
That's to Leo, right?
No, that's to you.
To me? Okay. Maybe we'll just think back. It's not your fault. This is a ridiculous situation, but we'll just have to be as careful as possible so it doesn't, cause issues. They already tried to steal our coin burst and made nothing of it, so definitely keep your things close to you.
Yep.
Just a quick DM note here. They successfully stole your coin.
That is
Well,
true.
we got it back. That's what I mean.
I know, but you said they tried to. They did.
Oh, well, whatever. They tried to keep my coin purse. How about that?
They tried
Hermia is
and
cool
succeeded.
with the group. because these are exactly the people that her family wouldn't want her to interact with.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Hermia's
How is
like, "I'm
Zana
being
doing, by the way?"
rebellious."
She's upstairs.
Zana's
Oh, she's
upstairs
upstairs.
with the drow.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
I'm gonna go grab Zana and our drow friend, and then we're gonna leave.
Okay. We may have to do the other way. The long way.
Oh, well, we'll see what they want to do.
The long
Shit.
way.
She nods, and Roz is gonna head upstairs back to the room.
Knock. Zana opens the door. Ready to go?
Rosalind has a 1,000-yard stare on her face.
What? Wrong.
She's gonna be so mad.
Leaf brought friends who are going to join us on this trip.
Clay, are you ready? Drow kind of stands up, reaches over and grabs him. I'm gonna go on ahead and scout. She
Oh.
walks by you. And
Oh, how
stairs.
good for you! I'm so happy you could do that.
And you guys see Zana come down and walk out of the bar.
I just kind of sigh.
I
Does Roz-
message her. I'm like, can I please come with you?
She does not respond.
Roz, what did you say? Oh yeah, Roz glances to the drow. It's like, sorry about earlier. And so your brother we're looking for is the plan?
Hopefully we can get to him before he finds this tomb.
Yeah, family, right? Yeah, and she'll walk alongside him. She's not nearly like rough or bitchy anymore. She's pretty normal now.
Okay.
Right. You head down, you gather everyone up, a crying mess of a Kieran.
Roz just picks Kieran up and puts Kieran over her shoulder.
Funnily enough, Olan actually rides on Runar's shoulder, similar. No, actually, once you guys start to leave, Olan goes up to Leaf and goes, "Can we do a bear ride?"
Of course. And Leaf is going to transform into a bear.
And Olan and Neosei both climb up on Leaf's back. People in the streets are weirded out by this, that there is a bear with a robot head walking down the streets. But all of you begin to leave town, heading out into the wilds of the Zemni Fields on your way towards Rottengrad. It's probably around 6 at this point. So, like, you have maybe 2 hours of daylight.
Yeah.
Great.
But the Coin Accord are as jovial and boisterous on the road and leaving Eurosa as they were in the inn as well, telling stories about Leaf. Runar tells one of his favorite stories, which was actually one of the better paydays for them, where Leaf decided to turn into a sheep in order to go and gain a flock of sheep's trust and bring them back to the Coin Accord, who then slaughtered them all for their pelts and meat, and were able to sell basically an entire, I'm not sure what a group of
Aww,
sheep, or a flock of sheep. A whole flock
they
of sheep.
killed a whole family of sheep?
Oh, a flock.
must
It was
have-
like
someone must have
3
owned
families.
Jeez.
So
Those
must have
poor
owned
sheep,
that.
they trusted you!
Not just that, but that was probably someone's property.
It probably was.
Like, I'm just saying, sheep don't live in the wild. That was someone's livelihood.
Oh god.
Those poor sheep.
Also, why would you kill them? The wool grows back.
Well, we didn't have any use for it, and mutton is good around these parts.
Shakes her head.
Also, who wants to carry around an entire flock of sheep? I mean, I am unable to speak in this form. Rawr.
So,
Yeah,
well,
so-
you travel. Did you want to travel during the nighttime as well to try and make good time, or would you camp down once it starts to get?
Oh yeah, travel in the night.
I think yeah, we're traveling through the night.
Yeah, I can.
All right. In that case, anyone who has been drinking, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Not me.
Not me.
Oh god.
Is that with disadvantage?
Um,
Oh,
Yeah. great roll.
okay.
Well,
it
doesn't matter.
I rolled a 1.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so about 2 hours into the night after the sun's gone down, Kieran, Neosei, Olan, and Jekyll. Oh, it's both Rosanna. Rosanna has been drinking. So 3 of the 4 coin accord and Kieran are all looking really, really rough and are like having a really tough go of it. At some point, both Neosei and Kieran just kind of like, we need a second, and sort of run off to like a nearby bush or like, you know, a small little like ditch, and they both just start hurling. Both of them have 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh, Rosalind glance. How late is this?
At this point, it's probably about 10.
Rosalind will glance at the party. Maybe we should just bunker down and rest. We can leave at first light. That'll people still get 8 hours of sleep.
I'll look at the rest of the party.
I think that might be wise.
If that's how they're gonna be, they're just gonna slow us down anyway.
I don't have any of my magic anyway.
That's true.
All right. We're gonna bunker down and rest.
As everyone decides to set up shifts, how would you like to?
How would we? All right. So, Rosalind is going to motion over some of her party. All right. 2 of us are up on each shift.
Agreed.
This one suggests that all of the coin accord takes the last watch.
No.
We're gonna...
That's okay. Don't worry about it, Leaf.
We're watching them tonight.
So, Roz, as you can see,
What?
most of my group here probably not going to be up for doing much watching tonight. They've had a little bit too drink, if you know what I'm saying. So I thought that maybe it seems like, you know, being the biggest of the group, I assume you're the leader of the second chances here, you know, the boss and all. So what do you say you and I take first watch together?
Roz gives a pleasant smile and looks at the group.
Well, let's arrange the next one, shall we?
Yes. I'll take the first watch with Runar. And then Maeve, we'll wake you up for second watch with Leo.
Oh, I can take Kieran as well if you'd like.
Sure. Kieran, I think we should let Kieran sleep.
Yeah, Kieran does
Kieran's
not
doing
look
so
good
good.
right now.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
There's still dribble on my mouth.
No,
I want to help. I
No,
messed up
Kieran.
today again.
You're
Let
gonna.
me help.
Sorry, I forgot. Sorry, you're gonna go to
Let
sleep.
me
Yeah,
help. I'll even watch Masada. I'll do that.
Neosei
I'll
has
do
her
it.
arm around Kieran and goes, no, little guy. We're going to go and take a nap. We have had a rough day. And just kind of walks Kieran off.
I don't like you, but your fur is so soft.
All right,
All right,
I'll go with
so
Leo.
You can go with Leo, and
Hermia
then
can be
Hermia
Leaf.
and Leaf can take the
Mhm.
last watch. All right. Well, have a lovely night, everyone.
Hermia's
She'll,
already asleep.
She's gonna kind of lightly clap on Roz's back. Just let me know. Just wake me at the first need.
Roz nods. I got you.
Kieran and Neosei have basically just passed out on one another.
Jesus.
Jesus. Roz shakes her head and just sits down by the fire.
Fire is started. Clay, the drow, is also. So, only for about a month now, he tells me you all got some mission from an oracle or a goddess to save the realms.
Well, save this realm and all the realms, as it turns out, including mine.
That's some hero stuff there.
Yep. Well, someone's got to do it.
He's special. Don't just mean because he's those automaton things. I've seen a few in my time. You've been around. Not many of them. Or how to put it. He's a person, not just a thing that a mage made to like do things. I don't think that he realizes that quite yet.
Yeah. I didn't know what to make of them. They don't have anything like Leaf where I come from. But I'll say this. My home wants for heroes badly. And
Sorry, where are you from?
from across the sea.
Eldori?
I don't know what Taldor is, but no.
Silra? Arquette?
I'm from a place called Vano.
Or this and the shattered teeth.
There's a lot of shattered teeth in Vano. But you know, where I come from, there's a lot of people who need saving and not a lot of people willing to do it. And she glances down at the party. It would benefit greatly from people like them, Leaf included. Leaf is, like you say, a person.
No, he's also easily taken advantage of. Watch out for him.
Leaf is, well, I had a good friend like Leaf once, long time ago, but I wouldn't ever let anything happen to anyone in this group.
Takes a big from his water skin of ale.
From his road beer.
Yep. Go ahead and make a perception check. His was shit.
15. It's about as good as it gets for Rosalind.
Actually, his isn't so shitty that as the two of you were watching, he, you know, kind of a calm, washes over the guys, and you just kind of accompanied by the fire. And he's kind of like swaying a little bit. He just goes, "Your drow friend's supposed to be staying with us?" You turn to look as Lay
motherfucker
is starting to like just in the process of like getting up and going to move, and he's like, just sits back down.
Roz gives him a glare and looks at him and is like, "Hey, I don't really care to fight you, but please know this: either go to sleep or I will put you to sleep."
Make an intimidation check.
Good at intimidation. Oh, nat 20 for a 24.
Oh, jeez.
Mama said knock you out.
Lays down.
Roz shakes her head.
All right. With that, the rest of your watch passes.
Can I try and talk to Light? So when it gets quiet for a moment, she's now having learned to just think instead of actually speaking every word out loud. She's gonna think towards Light. Not that it's a problem, but is there a particular reason you didn't feel like letting me use my powers in that fight?
I haven't given you any powers. Connected psychic connection, I guess. I'm not sure.
Rosalind
or a
winks.
spirit just I just replaced.
Wait a minute, but ever since I got here, I've suddenly had things I couldn't do before. Magic, I don't know how to do magic. I don't know how to, the healing tricks, the damage with the sword, I don't know how to do any of that. That's all new.
Gifts that I bestow.
Oh.
Nara's fallen asleep.
Rosalind looks at him and just thinks, "Hey, if I kill myself right now, can I come hang out with you guys in the Abyss? Because I know it's probably awful, but I promise in some ways it's not as bad as what's going on right now."
Hey.
You do that, Shadow wins the bet.
Ugh. Since when does Shadow care? Come on.
Doesn't think you have what it takes.
I have what it takes. I know what you're doing. Don't think I don't see it. I'm not saying it's not working, but I know. Rosalind sits back then to ponder that Light isn't fueling her abilities, which is definitely what she's thought for the last month.
Apple pie.
Rosalind glances at the dagger of warning that she keeps in her back belt and just thinks,
No one would
wouldn't be
know.
hard.
No one
No
would
one
know.
know.
No one
I
would
could
ever-
definitely do it.
How would they know? They're gonna know.
They're gonna exactly. They're not gonna know.
All
They're
right,
gonna
so
know.
eventually it comes time to wake up the second watch, who was.
Leo
and
and Maeve.
Maeve.
All right, so
So
Leo
Roz-
and Maeve.
Roz gets up and goes to wake both them up.
Anything to report? Did he fall asleep already?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, our friend tried to get away, but, well, luckily, Runar saw him and
Okay.
got him to sit back. And I told him to go to sleep.
Okay.
And
Well, we'll
it
make
does
sure to
seem
keep
that
an eye
he's
on him.
sleeping right now.
That's good.
Good. Well, we'll keep an eye on him.
Hey,
Yeah.
like my sister says that she's not the one fueling my abilities here.
Well, I don't know if you meant this purposefully, but when you reached out to me during your fight, it was not family that you reached out to me for. It was a prayer.
Yeah, but like that's my dad's thing and my sister's thing.
That's what I said before. I also believed at one time that it was just my dad's thing. But, she points to Luster. Then this happened.
I'm gonna go say a prayer before I go to bed. God damn it. She looks miffed about it.
Well, maybe we can talk about it more later.
Yeah. Thanks, Maeve. Have a good watch.
Of course. Sleep well.
Yeah, Roz is gonna go say a prayer to Avandra, since that is who she had thought about before she had gotten her divine smite, and she'll say a prayer to Avandra and then go to sleep. She kind of kneels down, and it takes her a moment to think of like what to say. She doesn't really. Usually, prayer for her was just sitting quietly and not really saying anything. But she eventually kind of just thinks in her mind. I've got something of an awkward relationship with the divine, and I've never spoken to them for certain. So sorry if this is awkward, but thank you. Not for today. That's a fist fight with some random orc is not important, but I grew up wanting to get to know my sisters, and if I hadn't come here and if I hadn't been able to survive here, I couldn't have done that, and I don't think I could have survived this long without your help, so thank you. Oh, God. Hey, 19.
Your religion is 0.
Yeah, +0.
I think I'm the only one trained in this.
Yep, you lay down to go to sleep. Mind slump. Leo and Maeve, was there anything that you had to discuss?
All you see is Maeve attempting to figure out if there's a way to hide coin purse on Luster safely. Don't do that. He keeps like running away and shaking off the belt. Come on, no one's gonna ever suspect you.
At one point, he takes it and is like, ah, and goes to put it in his mouth.
No, not in your mouth. Get that out.
I mean, it'd be like a ATM. You can like just withdraw, but you have to wait like for him to poop.
Starts digging a hole and pushes the coin person. Starts burying it.
Oh, the wolf instincts have arrived. No, sweetie, no. She's gonna try to take it out. Thank you. You're trying your best. You know what? Here. If I ever give this to you, I want you to go and bury it somewhere where only you will find it until I tell you otherwise, okay?
He grabs it and tries to run off again.
No, Luster, no!
Luster, come here. And I look to Maeve. We can teach him how to do this. And I look over to the sleeping drunkards.
What are you proposing?
I could probably lift a couple of their bags and we can teach Luster how to bury him.
If you can do it safely, I'm gonna pretend that I didn't hear that. she's gonna get Luster back while Leo does what he does.
Yeah, I'll go over and try to take the tabaxi and the other drunk one coin purse.
So you're gonna take Neosays, and then they were all drunk. So you're going for the dwarf, the half elf, or the gnome.
Let's go with the gnome.
Okay. So go ahead. We'll start with Neosay. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
12 plus 8.
Okay. Enough. You're able to take hers. Then you go over and make another sleight of hand check against the gnome.
That one is 15 plus 8.
Okay. Take the gnomes, and you're able to easily pull it off. And as you do, you suddenly hear a snap sound, and then this. Make a dexterity save.
Uh-oh.
$19 plus 8.
Okay, you throw it away just in time to see this small little like pop sound, and everyone suddenly like shoots up like, "Whoa, what's going on? Who's here? What's going on?" And everyone's like kind of like freaking out, and, like looking around, and Olan's like, "You fell for it!" And goes over and picks up the satchel, and there doesn't seem to be anything in that. In fact, this one is completely ripped now, and you watch as they kind of like open up their coat a little bit, and it's sort of like this really long, like sort of duster type thing going on, and they open it up, and you see that there is another satchel, almost sort of like strapped to their inner thigh. Got to be smarter than that. And Neosay's like, "Where's mine? Someone took." Old man kind of holds her hand out.
What, Tabby Cat?
Come on, I gave yours back. About as fair play. I get it.
All right. And I put it in her hand, and like, fair is fair, I guess.
She kind of tucks it down into like her like shirt, and then lays back down, and you see her tail is like curled around one of.
That's gonna be a thing. I'm guessing at this point I've come back with Luster and the gold and just
He didn't get very far away.
Yeah.
He was just trying to like play like, catch me, come on, come catch me.
Of course. Yep. I know that game. She's just gonna think towards Leo. Let's maybe not chance that one again.
Yeah, the gnome is a little crafty.
Indeed. She'll kind of sit with Luster and just kind of adjust the coin purse a bit. Well then.
Else eventually falls back to sleep pretty quickly after realizing it was kind of a false alarm.
Good. Okay. Well,
The other option is we could probably just leave these guys sleeping here.
well, if it weren't for Kieran, that would be a possibility. Also, I don't think Leaf would let us leave. Well, at the very least, Leaf wouldn't leave with us. As much as I would be all for that idea.
Unfortunate.
We'll figure it out. We'll just need to be careful about it. Thankfully, Zana has, hopefully will help us to know what's going on ahead of us. Maybe she'll find the guy before we do and be able to corner him. This'll be easy.
Oh, I should have probably told her not to kill him.
Well, I guess we'll see. We'll find out what happens. That's... Hopefully she didn't need to be told that, but also this is the assassin we've been working with, so I guess that's, maybe we'll get there first.
Or she could be lurking around here and I try to sense her presence.
Anything up?
But it doesn't seem like she's around.
Must be ahead somewhere. I sometimes wonder if she even sleeps.
Do
But-
changelings need to sleep?
Well, that was... Oh, I don't know that. Never mind. Although at this point, how can I not?
We don't know Zana's a changeling?
No, we know
you don't
that. I was going to mention
You don't know that Kieran is.
Technically.
Oh.
I feel like at this point, Kieran's changed enough. It's like, what's going on?
Y'all
That's
just think
fine.
it's magic.
Oh, boy. I don't know. I don't really know much about changelings, to be honest with you. Maybe they don't. Have I been removed again?
Nope, you're still
No.
here.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Just
Yep,
need to
I
make
would
sure.
say
Just
that
trying to think.
the most that either of you know is, I mean, changelings are night, so
Maybe they don't sleep. I don't know.
She does like come up really late in the afternoon, so she probably sleeps in.
So she does sleep, but she's a night owl. Got it. Well, then she must be wide awake right now. I take a look at our drow friend. How's he doing?
no, he's back asleep.
Okay.
Scared the Bahamut in. Put the
That's
fear
for
of
sure.
Bahamut in him.
Hell
That's
yeah.
for sure.
So the rest of your watch passes out incident. Wake Hermia and Leap up. Yeah, Leap, was there anything that you wanted to do or discuss during your watch?
I had a dream about apple pie for some reason.
This one enjoys apple pie. It
Pretty
makes
good.
everyone happy.
I agree. That's it.
So your watch also passes eventfully. However, Rosalind,
What?
we're not prone to dream. Hellish talk. Have obviously events joining this group on occasion have visions,
Yeah.
call them. So this feels you are in a void. As you take a few walks around, like you were not really a splash, but absence of light, there's shine to it.
Roz,
Laying here.
Roz kind of looks around, now realizing that this is not her experiencing someone else's memory.
It's not just your.
No, it's a great many lives. Everyone's.
And you watch as this shapeless kind of apparatus. White eyes just kind of glowing. There are those. As it steps to the side.
Roz,
Void, you see Roz standing about.
Is it my turn for watch?
no.
Shake puts a hand on Kieran's shoulder. Numbness,
Ooh.
pain begins to slowly start to
Ow, ow,
Uh,
ow! Can I run?
You can try to.
Rosalind lunges forward immediately, trying to protect Kieran.
Make a check, Roz.
All right. Good stat for me. I'll spend it in spell. God damn it, I'm down to 4. I had 17 of these.
You used them.
I sure did.
Am I allowed to run, DM?
You can try, yeah.
Certainly try.
Nat 20 to 24.
Hey. So you
I didn't
watch
even need mind spell.
as Kieran tries to jerk away and this thing holds him in place. You start to lunge forward and you feel something unseen is holding you back, but you're able to break from it and lunge towards Kieran and this entity just hit the ground. You splash into this water and turn and look, and they're the same distance away from you. Side.
Mm.
There's nothing you can do to save them. Experience more pain. Kieran, you take 15 points of damage.
Rosalind snarls out, "Leave him alone. If you have a problem with me, you can take it out on me."
My problem isn't just a pretender. You're going to get people. You're
I'm
going
going
to
to
get
protect
people
them.
killed. Here you are. Bless. Orphan.
Oh, shit. Rosalind
Kieran, take
is
another
going
15 points of damage.
holy shit.
Oh.
Rosalind, do I have my sword on me?
You look around, you don't see your...
All right, then fists it is. Rosalind is gonna lunge forward and try and throw a punch.
Charisma check, please.
Ooh, 7.
All right. Suddenly, you're stuck in place.
Ugh.
Cannot move now. And your mind begins to flash back. Time you walked your party into an...
Oh.
You see Kieran turn and look up at this thing and try to Eldritch Blast, and it grabs his hand, and you see the energy kind of dissipate into the hand, and it raises its own up, and this blade begins to form out of it. You
Roz,
had your chance.
Don't.
Kieran is just like in a panic, like turning into like Leo, Maeve, Leaf, like trying to like instinctively just try to transform into something bigger, stronger than he actually is.
All right, I have 1 spell slot left. Can I try and hurl a guiding bolt?
Sure.
All right, show it to me. All right, 20 to hit. Dirty 20.
Go ahead, roll your damage.
4d6. Jesus. All right, so that's 20. 20 plus my... no, I don't add it. So 20 damage. Radiant.
As you throw your guiding bolt in a flash of speed, unreal, this being tearing up in front of it. Take that damage.
Tears are streaking down Rosalind's cheeks now as
What,
she grits her teeth.
what are you at, Kieran?
So I took, oh my gosh,
Was it
I took 15. No, I took 30, didn't I?
From the guiding bolt, it was 30 total, and then how much from the guiding bolt? Was it 20?
20.
Oh gosh, so Kieran is just like crying at this point, and one of the forms that he takes on is the shadowy child that you saw, Rosalind, and he's like gripping and kicking and screaming, and he just looks at you. He's like, "Ah!" And then dead.
Oh my god.
And as Kieran's body goes limp, form tosses it towards you. Ground and kind of rolls a bit. As I said, useless. The voice changes. Crowd vanishes. He's standing there. Asamar. Chitinous armor on. Seen her once before.
An Asamar?
Shadow.
She's an Asamar?
Or is she... Sorry, did I get it
Tiefling.
wrong? Sorry, the tiefling with...
Tiefling.
Right, yeah, she has the
Yeah,
celestial
light's an
armor.
Asamar.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
You see a tiefling with this celestial-looking armor on. The sword falls back down into a whip. She said,
Sister.
"Useless. Wake up. Old Sweat. Hermia and Leaf by the fire.
Is Kieran there? She's immediately looking for Kieran.
As you rush over to Kieran to check to see if he's okay,
Kieran's not moving.
that's where we'll end tonight's session.
You suck!